currently just west of Sinatobia. So if we get another scan like that, we're currently at 67 knot VROT, and Tori is issued at 70. So we're very close to already a tornado emergency with this storm.
What?
If it continues, yeah, I don't be surprised if that comes
Don't
through.
care.
So just prepare yourselves for that.
All right, thank you, Andy. We could have a big, nasty tornado coming up towards you in Coldwater here. Latest scan does put it exactly in the path that we've been advertising here between Brooks Chapel, West Antioch Church number 1.
Doesn't involve me.
This is coming up towards Coldwater. All right, so it's awfully close. So hopefully,
fucking cement truck.
We've had a lot of situations today where we had big tornadoes making beelines for towns, and then they weaken right at the last minute. Well, let's hope that happens again here for Coldwater. Because if that doesn't happen, we might have it come right through the town. If you are in Coldwater or Sinatobia right now, you should be sheltered. You should be in that lowest, most interior room.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
And honestly, this is a situation where you need to bring the blankets, the mattress, the helmet, the pillows. Bring something to protect your head. Wear shoes. Wear closed-toed shoes and clothes that you wouldn't mind getting wet if you have to evacuate your home in a downpour due to damage. So keep all that in mind and get to shelter immediately. The storm's coming down on Coldwater right now. New tornado warning in Kentucky. Bowling Green.
A new tornado
you guys are under a
has been
tornado
issued.
warning on the south side. This includes Woodburn, Blackjack, Franklin, Pope, Halifax, Polkville, Ponsville, Finney, Scottsville, Petroleum. Big warning here for Allen, Barron, Logan, Simpson, and Warren counties in Kentucky. Take shelter for the next 28 minutes. There's no specific area of rotation that I'm noting here, but there is a large area that could produce tornadoes all the way across these counties. So let's get to shelter and stay there once again for 28 minutes. And our storm up here approaching Selmer looks crazy. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey Ryan,
Looks crazy.
unwarned tornado near Sabina, Ohio, headed into Washington Courthouse in Fayette County, Ohio. That's got a debris signature with it, a very small one, but it's persisted for 2 scans now and is outside of that tornado warning to its south. So I have it, y'all watched. Please get in shelter in Washington Courthouse in Ohio. That would be a really good idea here. You have about 10 minutes before the storm gets to you. Hopefully it's done producing a tornado by that point. The other thing I want to say is, even with this extreme debris signature here in Mississippi, west of Sinatobia, that's still radar indicated warning. I ain't got a clue why. So hopefully we, fix that. But I'm starting to see a pattern here where we're not receiving upgraded warnings. So I will do my absolute best to convey the urgency of the signatures that I'm seeing here, including
A new
my
tornado
mention of
warning
the
has
tornado
been issued.
emergency criteria being close to being met. We should at least see a PDS warning, which is a particularly dangerous situation associated with the storm as it gets really close to I-55 in Tate County, Mississippi.
All right, Andy, thank you so much. Washington Courthouse, get to shelter. We got a significant storm up there. We also have we potentially have a huge tornado down here coming up into Sinatobia and Coldwater. We really need to get our folks into their safe spots. Storm chaser Bryce Shelton should see something here soon. He's literally in Coldwater now. He's in the town of Coldwater. That's the live feed that you see above my head. So Cameron Road, Stage Road, that's about where the tornado is now. Getting ready to cross over the Coldwater Top Shop down there on US Highway 51. And then it's got, we're kind of far away in like the debris signature and the velocity signatures are so fat, like it's hard to pinpoint an exact area where the tornado might actually be, but this could be anywhere between Tri-State Unity Contractors and this Tate County School District building. That's where it could enter town. It could exit town up there on the Coldwater Travel Center over there towards the New Independence MB Church. All right, so Bryce Shelton's down there. We'll hear something from him, I'm sure, if he sees anything. So far, I haven't heard anything from him. Yeah, there we go. We got his feedback.
New information. This tornado
I can
warning
also tell
has
that
been
the storm
upgraded.
hasn't hit where he is yet. So we don't see any rain bands. We don't see that rear flank downdraft. He's in the inflow notch. If he takes the wrong turn here, we might see something pretty scary right in front of us as he makes this turn. Once again, this is a live view from Bryce Shelton, who is in the path potentially of a very big tornado that's coming up into the Coldwater, Senatobia region. This is also going to head up towards Lurlin and Antioch. So y'all take shelter up there. I want to make sure we're continuing to talk about our tornado warned storm back here towards Selmer as well. Everybody in Selmer needs to be in their safe spot. This is almost like this is in second place in terms of like the craziest looking tornadoes that we have had in the past couple of hours. This one looks pretty nasty over here near Sulphur Springs. Moving up into Selmer, we probably have a big tornado on the ground here too. Moving up towards Selmer, this one's going to be specifically right now pretty close to the Resurrection Rebuilding and Remodeling storefront. Also, this is going to come across Sulphur Springs Road.
A new tornado
here
warning
soon,
has been issued.
and it's going to go up towards places like the Duncan Christmas Tree Farm and the Selmer Golf Country Club on its approach to Selmer and Bethel Springs. Okay, so take shelter if you're in any of those places. Very dangerous situation. We've got an upgrade on our warning down here. This is PDS tornado warning now.
Has been
I'm
issued.
in Ohio.
For Coldwater. So Coldwater, PDS
I just
tornado
got
warning.
tornado warning.
We've got
Probably gonna be another
a
one.
major developing situation. I haven't heard anything from.
A new tornado
But
warning
hold on,
has
let
been
me
issued.
try this.
He's got to be seeing
Hello,
something.
myself.
He's now in Senatobia, so he's went south. He's turned
A
around.
new
He's coming back
PDS
up to
tornado
Coldwater.
warning has been issued.
Let's reach out to him and just see if we hear anything. Bryce, we're on the edge of our seats
What
here.
happened?
There's a PDS tornado warning. Let us know if you see anything out there.
Uh,
Go ahead, Andy.
I'm gonna get the police
yeah,
scanner
right. Ask Bryce which way he's
on my
going.
other device. Hold on.
All right, as soon as he comes back, I will. I see debris.
yeah, Ryan, we're actually having to back up here on the shoulder.
The
of
Selmer,
Athens.
Tennessee tornado just blew up again. We didn't have a correlation coefficient drop till right now on this latest scan. That's headed right into town. We need to talk about them.
Okay. All right. Selmer, we did, right into town. We did just talk briefly about Selmer, but this is a serious situation. We need to make sure we're getting everybody into the best shelter that they can possibly get to. This is another situation. It's late, y'all. It's 1:37, 12:37. People are trying to sleep. If you know about anybody out here, this is worth it. This is worth waking them up. This is worth
A new PDS
getting
tornado
people
warning has been issued.
out of bed for. Okay, that you could potentially save their life if you know anybody
A
over
new
here between
PDS
Bethel Springs
tornado
and Selmer.
warning has been issued.
PDS tornado warning now in effect for Chester, Decatur, Hardin, Henderson, and McNairy counties in Tennessee. Massive tornado on the ground right now, moving up towards Selmer. Specifically, right now, it is getting ready to cross Sulphur Springs
Whoever
Road.
was
It's going to go to
complaining
that
that said it was a
Selmer
bust.
Golf Country Club.
Yeah.
Okay. Selmer
This
Golf
is
Country
apparently
Club.
not
We
a
talked
bust
about
at
this. It's going to go over
This is
Lakeview
worse than
Church,
last week's.
case by case
Not 2 weeks
analyst
ago.
lab, Selmer Baptist Church.
Oh, let me see this.
That's pretty specific, but everybody around there needs to be in their safe spots. Bryce has got. It's kind of creepy. Bryce is
There any,
really
like,
close to a big
on-ground
tornado
storm
here, but we
chasers
can't
in
see
that
anything.
area
We
right
just
now?
see leaves falling out of the sky. Yeah, he's really close to that monster, probably too close. All right, we'll get a reload on him. But yeah, Senatobia,
My
Coldwater,
friend
Coldwater might have just taken
is
a
like
direct hit
10
here.
miles
Let's
to the west of
go
that.
ahead and get to shelter in Lurline, all the way up towards Byhalia as well. Brett Adair and Sarah are going to be able to give us another view of this, Tanner, if we want to maybe watch them as well. Just Brett Adair's online, it seems like. Actually, Ashton, yeah, we'll watch for him later. Let's go back up to our Southern Tennessee warning. Once again, call people in Selmer. If you know anybody out here, you gotta let them know. PDS tornado warning in effect for DeSoto, Marshall, and Tate counties in Mississippi. PDS tornado warning in Chester, Decatur, Hardin, and Henderson and McNairy counties in Tennessee. Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, Ryan, you reminded me when you said about calling them and how we have literally 3 minutes before this impacts the Selmer, Tennessee area, if not the town directly, because it's deviating east for some forsaken reason. We need everyone to be watching the broadcast live. Make sure it's live, and the clock is directly that way, right under Ryan's face. Just make sure that matches to the minute of whatever hour it is. It's 40 minutes past the hour. If you're ever watching this broadcast, you got to make sure that is matching the current hour or the current minute on the hour, such that you can distribute this information we're giving to you correctly, essentially at the right time, and get it as soon as possible if you are under the gun as well. So always make sure you have that, and always make sure as this goes into the town that you tell people as well who like to watch us that they should be doing this. It's one of the most important things.
Thank you, Andy, for the reminder. If you've ever had any buffering happening, you might get behind a little bit here, and we will make sure you're completely up to date.
Yeah, I
here.
just
You
gave my
no
friend
more
an
than
extra
30
5 minutes
seconds to
warning
40
for
seconds
the warning box on
behind,
top of it. You might want to get
maybe even less than
bunker.
that. Selmer, Bethel Springs, this is it. There's a huge tornado coming up into this area right now. We just got to really hope that we've done a good job of getting the word out there.
Everything started ramping up.
If the debris signature and the velocity couplet are any indication of its actual location, it's tearing up that Selmer Country Club right now.
I know he has a storm shelter
it's
in the
likely
back.
going to continue to go up towards the
I was
First
at his
United
house
Methodist
about 2 weeks
Church,
ago.
Lakeview Church, Star Food Mart, Selmer Second Baptist Church.
I don't know if it's
A
going
lot
to be
of
enough to
communities
withstand it
out here
because
between Bethel Springs and Selmer. There's nothing there's not a good path for it to take.
too.
If it goes between Selmer and Bethel Springs, it's going to hit a bunch of houses. If it goes through Selmer, it's going to hit a large housing area and commercial area, and if it goes through Bethel Springs, it's going to hit a large residential area. So there's no way of us coming out of this unscathed.
Around
I'm afraid
6
for our
a.m.
friends down here in Chester, Decatur, Hardin, McNairy counties. We do have to think a little bit farther downstream. This might go on for a significant period of time. We got to get to shelter in Savannah. Morris Chapel, Satilio, Sardi,
I have
Liberty,
never
Cedar
seen
Grove,
anything
maybe
like
all the way up
this
there toward Decaturville
at all.
as this is a life-threatening, damaging tornado on the ground right now, doing who knows what down here in Selmer.
The only thing that close to we got was 2011. But
This is a very unfortunate situation. It's after midnight. We had storms down here earlier
that
today.
Tornado that hit that small town Arkansas earlier was also bad. Also, I hope that it's okay there too.
All right. Go ahead and switch Brett and actually, as long as Bryce is working, keep him in one, but switch Brett whenever Bryce goes down. All right, so once again, big debris signature over here in Selmer. We are really concerned about the folks down here, but as of right now, there's nothing we can do. All we can do is just hope that everybody was in their safe spots, as it does look like the town is taking a direct hit.
I have never been this worried ever since 2 weeks ago. Almost this much.
Some smaller places in the direct path here that we've still got to be concerned about.
Because my friend Good Hope, is in Hickory the path Falls, of this. Mud I told him to cover. And I think
you guys are next in line.
But
let's check back in on the tornado, PDS tornado warning that continues for DeSoto, Marshall, and Tate counties in Mississippi. Right now, we've got 2 live storm chasers. We've got Bryce Shelton and Brett Adair on this thing. Bryce he keeps coming across scattered debris, like tree debris. I haven't seen anything more substantial than that. Brett Adair's a little bit farther away, but he's actually right in front of it. He should be in the path of it. He should be able to see something here. in a moment. And that's the live feed that you see above my head. So PDS tornado warning continues out here for Lurline. Lurline, you got to get to shelter. Cockrum, Ingram's Mill, Watson, Stonewall, Byhalia, Victoria, and Tasca, and Casey. All these places are in the direct path. We got another storm chaser, Tanner. We might want to just go ahead and put that one in 3. Ashton there. So we'll have Brett, Bryce, and Ashton, all 3 on the top 3. As we got 3 storm chasers now showing us the storm in Mississippi. Let's go back to Tennessee. Our 2 PDS tornado warnings right now are our most life-threatening storms. We've got to focus all of our resources on this. A huge debris signature now past Selmer. I don't know if we've heard anything yet, but it's very possible that we've had a worst case scenario here in Selmer, Tennessee.
Oh, God.
Storm debris signature now is beyond Selmer. It looks like it might have went through that country club area.
That.
Over the Selmer Second Baptist Church, Star Food Mart, Selmer Moose Lodge, Moss Hollow, and now it's getting over there on the north side of town near Bethesda Presbyterian Church.
Come on.
It'll keep tracking off to the north and east along Turkey Creek. It'll ride Turkey Creek all the way up to the Carroll Trucking Regional Services LLC.
Right now. Holy
We're hearing that we've lost connection to the scanner down there in Selmer right before it hit the town. So we're completely flying by social media here if we're going to hear anything. And obviously, after a tornado hits a town, the first thing you do isn't tweet about it, so who knows how long it'll be before we hear about that. But I do think we had to have some significant damage here between Bethel Springs and Selmer. Hopefully, most of the bigger stuff was missed, but we're going to brace for the worst over here. Purdy, Good Hope, Hickory Flats, Bethlehem, Morris Chapel, and Saltillo. I'm sorry. Yeah, Saltillo. You guys are next in line. If this thing doesn't weaken, we could have a similar situation coming up towards you. Whoa. Look at that debris ball. My goodness, y'all, that is not good. That is the town of Selmer.
A new PDS
right there.
tornado warning has been issued.
All right,
a new
we got
PDS tornado warning has been issued.
That extends out to DeSoto, Marshall, Tate, and Tate counties in Mississippi. We've got Lurline, Wakefield, Watson, and Ingram Mills in the path there. Victoria, Red Banks, Tasca, and Mack as well. This is an incredibly dangerous situation. Your life is in extreme danger over here in Watson, Victoria, and Red Banks. We got to get to shelter in DeSoto, Marshall, and Tate counties. We've got 2 storm chasers out here. Haven't heard anything from them. I honestly haven't seen anything, but they're doing a good job of they don't want to get hit by this tornado, right? This is a big, scary, nasty nighttime wedge killer tornado. So they're not trying to get too close. But we haven't seen any damage or heard any confirmed reports yet of what this looks like. But they're continuing to go up towards Victoria, so we'll stay with them until we hear something, and then we're going to continue to focus on our storm over here near Selmer. Still big debris ball on this thing. I can't help but think that the reason we saw such a big spike right here in that debris signature right after it went through Selmer is because a lot of Selmer was just picked up and lofted into the air and is now moving up towards Purdy. Purdy, Good Hope, Hickory Flats, up towards Morris Chapel, Saltillo. Please get to shelter. If you're just now waking up, if you're just now hearing about this, we've got a life-threatening situation, one of the most dangerous situations you've ever been in your life. You got to do everything you can to protect your life and property here as the storm approaches. This is I don't know how much longer this is going to last, but if it goes on for quite some time in Purdy, Hickory Flats, Bethlehem, and Morris Chapel, this is not the kind of storm that you'll sleep through and everything will be all right. This is not this kind of storm that you may be able to accidentally survive. In some cases, with certain tornadoes, you have to try, and especially if you're right in the path. Good Hope and Hickory Flats, these are some of the places where we can't afford to let anybody go out here without knowing that they're in extreme danger. So if you know anybody out there, let them know and tell them to run, don't walk to their safe spots. Interior room, lowest floor, helmets on, shoes on, and hopefully most of these people are going to get missed out here, but this thing's still eating up, whatever it touches. It's still a big, nasty tornado right now, barreling down on Hickory Flats, Good Hope, and Mud Creek. After it's crossed past Selmer here, moving past Purdy, it is now near Old Stage Road. It's going to continue to go across Old Stage Road as it approaches the Pine Hill Kennels. If you know where that is, you know about where the tornado is. Additionally,
a new tornado warning has been issued.
Hickory Flats, Mud Creek, Morris Chapel, you guys are all in the path. Take shelter. DeSoto, Tate, Tunica, and Shelby counties in Mississippi are now under a tornado warning. So we've got a new storm to watch now. This one's coming out of Tunica. It's starting to rotate here as it approaches Green River, Pritchard, Cub Lake, Robinson, Gin, Hernando, Nesbitt, Bright. This is going to go up towards Olive Branch and the Crossroads Distribution Centers. This is DeSoto, Tate, Tunica, and Shelby counties in Tennessee. So that's our latest tornado warning. Lots of I still don't know if we've heard anything from Selmer. So lots of concerns still in the chat. We're going to do everything we can to fill you in as soon as we know something. Also, same can be said for the storm that's coming up through Wakefield now. Watson, Victoria, Red Banks. Take shelter. A big nasty tornado could potentially be barreling down on you.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Gosh, y'all. Another couple new tornado warnings we need to go fly to real quick. Up here in Kentucky, Georgetown. I'm sorry, this is Ohio. Sorry. Georgetown is under a tornado warning in Decatur, Winchester. We got a large area of rotation, but down here in Kentucky also, in Georgetown, Kentucky. I'm sorry, I thought I was mistaken, but there is a tornado warning also in Georgetown, Kentucky. I want to be very clear that this tornado warning is not the same kind of deal that we're dealing with down here into the south. That's why we're so focused on that. We know there's a monster killer tornado on the ground down there, and it's currently impacting people's lives. We don't know for sure what's going on with this line of storms that's approaching Georgetown and Lexington, but there could be some rotating parts of it that cause damage in the form of tornado damage. Mostly, though, we're talking about strong straight line winds, lots of lightning, thunder, heavy rain. Get indoors and away from windows. Get into your safe spot in Georgetown and Lexington. You'll be fine. Stay there for the next 30 minutes or so. Significant winds about to come into Lexington too. And then same thing for you guys up there in Chillicothe. NWS Wilmington. NWS, the radio's not working. All right, so we got to make sure you have a way of getting warnings that are outside of that. Frankfort, Greenland, Clarksburg, Kingston, get to shelter. Also, we expect a tornado warning at some point, maybe around Circleville. So get ready for that. Go ahead, Andy.
Right, and I think we're seeing the successful cycle of this tornado warning that's approaching Red Banks, Mississippi, and should pass Holly Springs to the north. So I believe that on the upper tilts, we see a velocity couplet that's valid. there's really not a big reason why this cell wouldn't be able to put down another tornado with clean inflow to its south, and it's also on a boundary, which you can faintly see with some of those lines extending around and away from the hook and the rear flank gust front. So I think that this storm is probably about to put down another tornado that is very likely going to impact the Red Banks, Mississippi area along I-22. In addition to that, we should cover the storm to the west that got warned, and the warning does extend into the southern part of the Memphis metro. So you guys up there in Olive Branch, Germantown, Collierville should be eyeing the storm as it approaches you far southwest. You have about 45 minutes in the southeast Memphis metro on the Tennessee side to prepare for that.
Thank you, Andy. Yeah, Memphis, we've been talking a lot about you guys tonight. Here we go again. South Haven, south side down there near Horn Lake, you're under a tornado warning. This storm, I mean, it's going to be in a similar environment, right? We know what these storms are capable of doing, and we're afraid something similar might happen here near Cub Lake up towards Hernando. Please take shelter out here in DeSoto and Tate and Tunica counties of Mississippi and Shelby County, Tennessee. Tanner, go ahead and until Bryce or Ashton or Brett come up on something, let's put the I-269 Red Banks camera in slot number 1. And guys, what you're seeing there is the look of this storm as it crosses the interstate here, Interstate 22. Our tornado warned storm is going to cross right in front of us here. And you can just see how prolific the lightning is. This is an unbelievably powerful storm, one of the strongest storms we've seen today.
Only we could see that data.
Same thing can be said
Honestly,
for our
tilt
storm
6,
over
I
here
think it's
that just went
higher.
through Selmer.
I think it's closer to 40.
Still,
That's
big
a
giant
strong
debris signature.
tornado.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know how long this is going to
directly
keep
hit
on
the fire
for, but
station?
we've got to start talking
Okay.
about some other stuff that it's about to hit because there is some stuff out in front of it here. That
I
will
think this
get in
thing's
its
lofting
way
higher
if
than
it
they think.
continues. If this goes up towards
than
Morris
the
Chapel,
Hey,
and
guys,
Woodford,
warning
check
has been
check
issued.
chat. If
it'll
that was
cross
the
Highway
tornado, that's
22,
insane. That just looks like
right
a wall
there around
cloud.
the Calvary Baptist Church.
I mean,
Okay,
like I
and
said,
then it'll
assuming
move up towards
tilt
the House of
6,
Mercy,
unless the
and
tilt's
the
wrong
Burke's
of 6
Equestrian
degrees,
services.
it might be different. I mean,
and then also
80
it's gonna
miles
go up
away
here
from
towards,
Memphis radar, that's
Coffee Landing
44,000
Road,
feet.
I'd like to
the
know.
Morris
I'd like
Chapel
to know how
Baptist
Tim-
Church, and of course we got to remember our friends down here along Coffee Landing Road and Liberty Cemetery. So if you know where any of that stuff
where's
is,
the
you
picture
know
at?
the approximate
That's from someone
location
who does,
of
and they
our
are-
tornado. Now, there.
Wow, the swarm's
It's
cooled off
pretty
quickly
rural,
here.
but if this keeps going, if it gets to Saltillo,
Now I wanna
Saltillo is
know how
not a
they
huge
got-
town, but it's a
so Tim
larger
says
community right
he
on the
doesn't
Tennessee
have
River here
access to the
that
Clonovision, but he knows someone
needs to
who
be
does, and
alert,
they are
needs to be
reliable.
aware of the situation.
I have a guess
Because
as
we
to
have
who it
an
could be that he's
incredibly
talking about,
dangerous
and,
situation
yeah.
unfolding here for our folks in
believe it.
Chester, Decatur,
So,
Hardin, Henderson, and
You can
McNairy
see the
counties.
debris
There is
from
a
the
new tornado
Birmingham
warning in Tennessee.
radar.
I want to make sure we cover this for you. Dixon, you guys are in
What?
this.
For this one. That's
Rotations coming together down
25,000
here
feet,
between Hurricane
at
Mills and
least.
Only. This is Dixon, Hickman, and Humphreys counties in Tennessee. Tennessee City,
The
Burns,
V-Rot comes
Dixon,
into
take
play
shelter.
as
cow,
well,
you
so
can.
that's the V. It's like Storm HQ. Hold.
Checking back in on the storm,
Storm
where
HQ
all of our storm
reposted
chasers
it on
are.
X, but like you can.
Not hearing anything from them yet.
It's
Still,
not the
but
TDS only.
definitely
that comes
still
into
believe
account.
there's a tornado
it's the
either
rotational
down
velocity
here
as
or
well.
recycling.
You not only need
it is
a
about to be down
tornado
again as it goes towards Watson,
debris
Red
signature
Banks,
that's
and
10,000
Mahone.
feet at least. You also need a rotational velocity couplet, gate to gate, a combined an average 70 knot couplet. So that's
Checking in on back on my friends in
140
Lexington. I know
knot
there's so many
gate-to-gate,
people who are concerned up here, and I know there's a lot of people that
Guys,
watch this here.
it got
This
worse.
is wild.
It
This
got
is a
larger.
serious
'cause
situation
you
for
take
you.
the inbound
Okay,
and
and
the
like you do
outbound
need to be
and you
taking it
divide
seriously,
by
and you need to be in your safe
right?
spots.
That's how
The reason
that's
we're
how
not
rotational
sitting here
velocity
and
is calculated.
talking about this for as much as we are these other warnings is
So-
because this is a much less life-threatening situation for you. You need to be in that safe spot, interior room, lowest floor. Keep me with you. We'll let you know when the threat has passed.
Yeah, this
But you
Pretty
should be
much got
fine.
larger.
Give it about 30 minutes or
It's
so.
probably-
Storm's going
it's
to go
probably
by.
just,
We'll let you know what to
you
do
know,
next and make sure
throwing it out.
the coast is clear.
Literally
same can be
anything
said
and
for you guys
everything
in
everywhere,
Winchester
yeah.
and Decatur over here in
Well,
Mason,
I mean,
Adams,
what I mean
and
is
Brown
it's
counties in
gotten
Kentucky.
past there. Oh, I see.
Rotation
It's got a
is
reflectivity
down here
to
between
Great
Ripley
Ball.
and
It bleeds
Stringtown,
for
moving
a
up towards
moment.
Decatur. Please take
now
shelter.
in the newest scan,
If you
it's
haven't
a
already.
donut hole.
Columbus, storms are moving through Columbus right now. Very significant
again-
winds moving through. Tornado threat is not very high in
So
Columbus
this,
right now, but we're still going to watch
so
out for
AZ
potential tornado
Intel
warnings all around Columbus until
just,
the storms completely
reposted
pass
a
us. We're not going to
picture.
give the all clear. Mansfield, same
Angels
for you.
has got it.
So
40,
very strong, powerful
over
line of storms
40,000
with
feet
embedded
from Birmingham.
tornadic circulations
sorry,
moving
what?
That's what I got.
Look in
Ohio
weather
and
lobby,
Kentucky. All right,
40,000
we
feet
are
debris
going to
loft.
continue to relay these warnings in real time as they come out. But it's a little bit of a different situation that's happening down here
That's
in Tennessee. We have monster cyclical,
The most I've ever seen before was
supercells producing tornadoes
37,000.
that can eliminate entire communities.
I
all
saw
right?
41.
So we have
For
to
the
focus
record,
our
the 37,000 was actually a
our
three-way
resources
tie.
on
It
what's
was
going on down here.
Eddyville,
Morris Chapel,
was,
hopefully everybody's underground. Lebanon, Satillo,
Greenville,
up there
Greenfield
towards
last
Decaturville as well.
Iowa.
Andy's
then
highlighted
the Mayfield
y'all
tornado.
watch
there's
here
the violent wind.
for Lobelville, Whitfield,
Yep,
and
there you go.
Nunnally. So here's another area of rotation coming together east of Pineview. This is in Perry and Hickman counties in
So,
Tennessee. Get to shelter. Get ready
Josh
to get to
Evans
shelter.
says-
as,
There's a
uh,
fucking
a
train
tornado
going
warning is
through
likely
Red Bank.
coming soon for
Hey,
y'all.
Don't have to yell
Memphis,
about it.
south of Memphis, we still have that storm coming together here. It looks a little bit
Day
less,
2
less
outlook.
organized, but it's approaching South Haven and Hernando. So hopefully that doesn't come together like our other storms have. And then
Okay, but
the storm over here around Byhalia and Holly
I-
Springs.
I'm
Get ready to
not.
cross Interstate 22. We're about to see that happen through this camera here. The MDOT I-22. Brett Adair's also got a legible feed now that we can see here in Hernando. So just know that we're watching these storms right now. The
Okay, I'm
most
logging off.
Dangerous
I'm
one
logging
seems
off,
to be the
y'all.
one in Tennessee.
See you some other day.
I'm gonna be
But
getting
they
off in a minute.
all-
Are
too.
you're the storms?
I think that this one
I
might
guess
be
Trying
the
to
just
stay
trying to
a
go
bit
for a
longer so
cycle
I can
too.
just decompress.
Yeah,
The
storms
storms
have
are
almost completely
probably-
passed me.
But let's assume
Good.
that it's
Or
My
you
still
don't
whole
do
brain
that,
actually,
check
I
chat.
think, past me now.
PDS tornado warning continues for Chester, Decatur, Hardin, Henderson, and McNairy counties in Tennessee. Yeah, there is that camera in Henderson. I don't think that would be able to see anything. On our Selmer storm, or the one that's past Selmer now. I also still haven't heard anything from Selmer, but I'm seeing imagery now. There's I just retweeted something from Action News 5. It looks like a video of the tornado that was on the ground in Walnut, Mississippi, as it was heading towards Selmer, Tennessee. So
Not my fault. I
big
was trying
time
to
visual
talk.
confirmation on
Being
there.
stupid.
There
What's
definitely
up?
was a giant tornado on the ground there. I can't share that here on the stream because copyright and all that good
Hey,
stuff.
audio's low.
But
Fix
you
it.
guys can go look at it over there on X. My handle is @Ryan
Yes.
Hall, y'all.
What's up?
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Okay, here we go again. What I say?
All right, new tornado warning for Barron, Edmondson, Greene, Hart, Marion, Metcalf, and Taylor counties in Kentucky. Or some rotation has been spotted over here around Cave City. Moving to the north of Glasgow, over towards Horse Cave, Monroe, Webbs, Greensburg, Summersville, Campbellsville, Saloma, and Findlay. This is a radar indicated warning. We don't have any confirmation of a tornado being down, but there could be one. So take shelter immediately out here in Barron, Edmondson, Greene, Hart, Marion, Metcalf, and Taylor counties in Kentucky for the next 26 minutes. Dixon, still watching y'all's tornado warning that's going to go on for 26 minutes. The rotation is not increasing very much here, so that's good news, but we still need to stay sheltered. Different story for Lobelville. This does seem like it's coming together a little bit here as it comes towards Whitfield. Nunnally. So y'all stay watching out. Okay, we could have a potential tornado warning here. We're in a little bit of a radar hole here with our storm near Morris Chapel, so it's hard to tell what's going on there.
I don't have
But, we're
feelings
gonna
like
stay
others do when it comes to
sheltered
storms.
in Lebanon,
As long as it doesn't affect my area, I don't
Grandview,
care.
all the way up
who
there
it affects.
towards Mount Carmel.
And that's just telling the truth.
All right.
It's not me trying to be an ass. You can take it how you want to take it. But unless it affects my area, anywhere else besides where I live, I really don't care. I don't have
If you're
feelings
just now
for people,
tuning
dude.
in,
Those feelings
just
for
had
people are long gone.
two incredible
never come
tornadoes,
back.
probably more than that. One of them we
think
know
people that made me
went
this
through
way.
a town.
Fucking volcano can grow in someone's fucking house.
We're
I can
pretty
give
sure
two
the town
shits
of
about
Summer
it.
took on a direct hit. We
A
haven't heard
fucking
much information
tsunami
out of
can
there,
wash away 20 states, and I won't give two fucks.
and we still
As long as it
storm
doesn't
is still
affect where
causing
I
problems
live,
in
I don't
Chester,
care.
Decatur, Hardin, and
I'm sorry, that's
Marion
how I
counties in
am. That's
Tennessee.
who I am. You don't like it? That fuck you button's right there, dude.
Also, we have been streaming now for
As well as that block button
13
too.
hours and 16
I'm
minutes.
just being real. I don't care. It
It's currently
doesn't bother me.
205 local, 105 central.
It doesn't affect me. I have no
6Z.
emotions for it. Nothing's there, dude.
I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't know at what point over the next several days we're going to get a break at all. Like it's just going to be nonstop severe weather. Tomorrow looks pretty intense too. Put that. Never mind. Keep it the way you've got it. This is our closest one to that tornado warned storm, I think, in Mississippi, and this just looks like a nightmare. Worst place on earth to be right now would be driving on that road. Holy smokes, y'all. That's the tornado warned storm down there in Mississippi. We don't have anything as close in Tennessee. There is this Tascam. This might be a pretty big tower here. Okay, no, that's not. That's literally on the ground. Yeah, so we don't have much in the way of cameras around this storm.
A new PDS tornado warning has been issued. A new PDS tornado warning has been issued.
For Hickman, Lewis, Perry, and Wayne counties in Tennessee. So take shelter out here in those places. This is just a continuation. Storms continuing to move your way. And we expect that it's going to get there soon. This one right here, Tanner, this one might be one to watch. It's not a tower camera, but it's literally right in the path of the tornado. So we need to keep an eye on that one. And then you've already got Waynesboro up, I believe. No, you don't. Let me see. We should definitely keep an eye on this one too. And this one. So we've got a lot of different cameras in the direct path here. So what we're trying to do is see this thing. We got the storm chasers down there on the Mississippi one. We need to be able to see it in other ways through this one because it's in a radar hole. We're not able to see it very clearly through the traditional means. So just monitor those and pull the ones into the view as they become relevant. This is also a continued tornado warning over here for Dixon. 21 minutes left for you. The rotation with this one's really not as concerning, but we want you to stay sheltered for 21 more minutes. There was a new tornado warning issued in Kentucky over here for Barron and Campbellsville. This has got 21 minutes left on it as well. The tornado warning around Lexington and Georgetown has been allowed to expire. There is a tornado warning for Adams and Brown counties in Ohio for 6 more minutes. And that's it. That's our farthest north tornado warning. We do have a yaw watch Andy's watching this area near Perrysville, up there in Ashland County and Wayne County in Ohio. Low confidence that we might get a tornado warning out of this rotation that's approaching Wooster over the next little bit. Our southernmost tornado warning, south of Memphis. This storm looks like a mess, so that's good. It doesn't look like this storm's going to do the same thing that those other ones have done. So that's good. Hernando, though, in South Haven for the next 20 minutes, you do need to stay sheltered
A new
just
tornado
in
warning
case.
has been issued.
This one over here is also not looking as organized as it goes towards LaGrange. But yeah, there is a new tornado warning now for Benton County, Mississippi, Marshall County, Mississippi, and Fayette County, Tennessee, and Hardeman County, Tennessee. Take shelter immediately. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey Ryan, from the Terminal Columbus, Ohio radar, I'm watching an area right near Pickerington, Ohio. This will stay on the east side of Columbus, well to the east. This is definitely could get a tornado warning if the National Weather Service is looking at this terminal radar. That would go over I-70. It's just really tightened up in the last minute. So literally 30 seconds ago, I think this is got the chance to produce a tornado as it approaches Kirkersville and yeah, especially Kirkersville, Ohio, along I-70 and Highway 40 right there in southwestern Licking County and northwestern Fairfield County. So y'all watch out. I'll put a watch out there for the path of that, but I just wanted to get that out there.
Thank you, Andy. Kirkersville, Outville, Etna, I-70 between Etna and Hebron, up maybe even as far up north as Union Station. Y'all watch out. By the way, Columbus, the biggest part of the storm, the strongest winds are now moving out of the east side of town. So the storm, for the most part, is over for you tonight. We're or anything. It looks like it might be trying to recycle here, so get ready in Moscow, LaGrange, Center Point, and Pattersonville in Tennessee. It's coming up towards you now. The latest on the other storm, though, the one that went through Selmer, it's in such a radar hole. I don't know what in the heck's going on with it. But yeah, I would still stay sheltered in Liberty, Mount Carmel, and Decaturville until we figured it out.
A new tornado warning has been issued. A new tornado warning has been issued
for Ohio. And yeah, that's Andy's Y'all Watch there. Fairfield and Licking counties in Ohio are now under a tornado warning. So take shelter in Etna, Heath, Granville, and Newark. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey Ryan, just wanted to say there's actually two possible tornadoes with that east of Columbus, Ohio tornado warning. That last one's popped up literally in the last 30 seconds here. Could go closer to Pataskala in Licking County there along County Highway 16. Headed up to the Alexandria and Granville area as well. So we could see multiple warnings. If not, they might just try to encompass this in one warning. The other thing I want to say is we're scanning 30 feet above the surface. So we're literally scanning the tornado vortex if it does tilt up and connect to the cloud. We're literally scanning the tornado itself with these Ohio tornado.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Ohio tornado warning.
A
So
new
I have
tornado
even more
warning
confidence
has been
because
issued.
of how low we are to the surface. Just how Oh my gosh, I can't even speak. 13 and a half hours. Anyways, take shelter here in Kirkersville. I'm glad I caught that immediately. 2 tornadoes ongoing here.
All right, thank you, Andy. 2 tornadoes ongoing up here to the east of Columbus. We need everybody between Pataskala, Granville, Heath, Thornville, Hopewell, Millersport, and Baltimore out here in the areas to the east of Columbus, Ohio. We need you to take shelter. This is a dangerous storm. We got 60, 70 mile per hour winds coming in. And then also the very real threat of multiple tornadic circulations that add insult to injury there. Tornado warning in Kentucky. We got to go check out Lexington. Oof, again, you're under a tornado warning. This one is, honestly, this one looks pretty concerning. The last couple of frames there show a decent convergence signature. We've got something that might try to become a tornado right over Talmadge and Ebenezer right now. This is coming up towards Lexington. All right, so take shelter in Lexington, especially on the south side. Nicholasville, Keene, Equestrian Estates, Pinkard, Catnip. All of these places are in the path of a dangerous storm. This is the real deal. This is a real tornado warning for Lexington. Take shelter now. Nashville. Who's awake in Nashville? Is anybody still waiting around in Nashville for these storms to get to you? Because I think they're moving now. And we might actually be talking about Nashville a little bit in the near future. Storms are moving slow, though. That's why we got so many flash flood warnings right now. And at some point, they're going to stop. At some point, they're literally going to stop moving east for a while and then start moving backwards. And that's going to be crazy. But that's one of the big reasons why we have such a high flood threat, right? We don't know exactly when that's going to happen. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey Ryan, we're just getting some absolutely incredible data here from 20 to 50
And
feet above
after
the
a
surface
night
here
like
in
you've had tonight, Josh,
Ohio,
with tornado,
the first 2 rotations have mostly
very
petered
big
out,
tornado.
and now
Tornado
this one
warning has been
in the
issued.
lead right over the top of Pataskala,
Sentimental
Ohio.
Attachment 2, don't
Unfortunately,
be
is
apologizing.
intensifying right in front of the
The,
previous 2 areas
the
of
things that I'm
vorticity.
feeling
I don't even know what to think about this, given we'd be
have
literally scanning
nothing
the tornado
on the
itself,
people that are there
or
right
tornadoes
now.
plural as they're occurring here. So
People's
I'm just
lives
kind
are
of taking this
changing
in, but I've
today.
got the Y'all Watch going to the north near Alexandria, Ohio, which
like,
is not currently in a warning, just in case
like,
to encompass all
what's
different
happening here
chaotic
with us?
directions.
We're
These
sitting here
multiple
like
areas
at
of
our
spin could
computers
go.
watching this.
Thank you, Andy.
These
so
are
y'all
real
watch out in
people
Granville, Alexandria, up there towards Fredonia.
in the way of
Additionally,
this,
we got a tornado warning
no
in
amount of
southern
sentimental
Ohio
value can
Oh,
outweigh
as
that.
well. This is near
No.
Portsmouth.
This is
So we got
This
a
is so
tornado
bad.
warning for Adams and Scioto counties. Rotation here
Here we
in
go again.
Duncansville,
man,
Blue
oh,
Creek,
man, oh, man,
over
that's-
moving over towards
I don't think a
Otway,
lot. Oh my
Lucasville,
God.
and Rardon. Get ready out there in Adams and Scioto counties. Take shelter. Put as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. Strong winds are coming in. That's the main thing in the short term. But then there's also that embedded tornado threat. Go ahead,
I don't
Andy.
think people realize how
Hey,
scary
Ryan,
these
just
situations
scrolled
can
back
be,
down to
whether
the
or not
south
you're
in
there, until
Sladen,
like they actually have
Mississippi.
people that
It's
they
very
know that
close
live
to
there.
receiving a hit by probably
This
this violent tornado
That was a
cycle.
big jump.
So the storm has
So let's see
completed its
here,
cycle, as we were mentioning
rotational
earlier,
velocity,
waited till just after Red Banks,
52, you gotta
Mississippi.
be
And
kidding me.
this is a radar indicated warning. I mean, we just go immediately to PDS with this for sure.
52.
This is going really close to Grand Junction
Oh my
in
god,
Tennessee.
this is
It may take a track towards that
this
town.
is definitely one
There's
more
no
prolific, like
bearing of
past
any
1
town
a.m. things I've
directly
ever
by these
seen.
tornadoes. They do not care. So they have a radar indicated warning there. We need to up the urgency for them drastically for
yet,
Grand
not-
Junction, Tennessee, please. Thank you.
It's not. It has to hit 70.
Thank you, Andy. Holy smokes,
V-
y'all! This
VROT
is
has to hit
this is not good.
70.
We've got
And what are,
a massive debris signature.
And it
We've
hit-
got a huge
It
velocity
hit
couplet. Sladen,
71.4 actually.
Sladen. We got to shout it from the mountaintops. We got to make sure everybody knows that
But it
Sladen's
might have
in the
been
path here.
contamination. See, like, it
Sladen
was
is
slicing- the beam
a
was slicing
decent
through the
sized
hill
little
core.
town. Right now, the tornado's approaching Sladen from the south here on Sladen Road. We've got a daggone, it's not a huge town. It's a small community. We've got the Sladen Travel Center there, the Marathon gas station,
Yeah,
and then
I'm
probably
looking
a
at it.
collection
I'm
of about
looking at it right
30 to
now.
50 houses on the south side of the town. Old Gen Motor
Whatever
Company is
I'm-
also directly
I
in
know,
the path.
I'm
Oh,
Every single bit of this could be
no.
destroyed if it's hit.
Yeah.
So we need everybody
Okay.
out in the
I'm back. That Sladen
affected
rotation's
zone to
crazy.
be aware of what's about
This
to
is a
happen.
violent
and, it is
tornado
late.
that's happening.
It's
near
after 1
Sladen.
a.m.
We have
People are
actually a
asleep.
really,
That went from 1 to
So if you know
1,000
anybody
really
out there,
good-
you got to call them.
really
You got to
good
let them know
shot
you
of
could
it
be a
here
hero. You
on
could save
radar,
somebody's
unlike
life
the-
if you called them right now and woke them up.
I hate to get away
in
from this
Sladen.
for
We're
just
also
a
worried
second,
about
but, like,
Early
that's
Grove.
still-
Early Grove
That's
right
still
now.
a tornado in
Michigan
progress near
City and
Saltillo.
LaGrange downstream
Good
here.
lord.
You guys are potentially
I had a
going to be
feeling this was
impacted
gonna
by
be
this
something
tornado. It
ours,
just
yeah.
crossed Highway 220
Yeah, I did
near
too.
Sladen. We're going to continue to watch this go up towards the Roberts Chapel CME Church,
Both.
and then Early Grove. Once again,
84
on its approach to Early
84
Grove, it'll
not
cross
VROT.
over
Okay.
Early Grove Road.
okay,
Really, not a lot.
Memphis, wake up.
Not a lot for it to do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
what
going
part
on.
were you?
This tornado
Between
warning has
where it
been
is
upgraded.
and LaGrange.
Did they
Once
do it?
again,
A new
how many times have we
PDS
had
tornado
this?
No,
warning
yeah.
has been issued.
It's,
This is
Hopefully
crazy.
it spits out
They're
before it
gonna
gets to
they
LaGrange,
gotta
but if
go-
it doesn't,
That one's gonna
we
go
got big
straight. Yeah,
problems.
they
Go ahead,
did.
Andy.
PDS.
Ryan,
Yeah, they did.
This tornado has
They did it.
eclipsed tornado emergency thresholds near Sladen.
They did it.
With that 60 dBZ.
Weather
to be
Service
involved,
has
which is
issued
unbelievable. The second one of the night
Benton,
now.
Marshall
At 1 in
County,
the morning, the
Mississippi,
most
Fayette
dangerous hour of
County,
the night proven via
Fayette and
tornado
Hardman
fatalities.
County, Tennessee.
In an exposed area where people are, on average in more concerning housing and mobile homes. Did I say at 1 in the morning? I have no idea, but we have a 76 knot VROT, which is maybe the highest tonight. So no other words there. So hopefully we can just get everyone in shelter.
Okay, Andy, thank you.
Yes, I don't know.
Another monster,
Dr. Reed posted
deadly
Dr. Reed posted
tornado
a
on the
video
ground
of it
here
now.
near Sladen. Guys, this is I don't know what
I got
else to say.
84.
This is as big and as mean as they get as far as tornadoes go. Cross and Selmer.
No, it's
I'm sorry, Sladen
how
Road.
can you not like
Right there near the Jones greenhouse. And then up there towards the Sladen Baptist Church, this is going to completely obliterate.
This CC drop is
anything
so much
comes
that the values are
even
so low
remotely
that Radar
close
Omega
with.
doesn't even
Okay,
compute
this
it.
is a
the
oh
only,
my god,
the only
this is
reason
a,
I'm not
a huge.
the only
No.
reason I'm not the only reason I'm
something
not
that we
the only reason I'm not totally
we
breaking
rarely
down
see.
right
If
now is
you are in
because
the
I know
path
we
of this
got
thing,
people in here that are looking
this
for
is the
information
most
and
dangerous
I'm
situation
trying
you've
to
ever been in your life, more
do
than
the
likely.
best I can.
Over here in Early Grove, Michigan City,
help you out.
Wolf River Wildlife Management Area. This is a massive monster tornado. Brett Adair is in Sladen.
Oh
Brett
my
Adair
gosh,
is in
that new
Sladen,
velocity
so-
scan.
Or he's just to the west of Sladen. So if we can get him back, Tanner, if you can reload him, if
It's
you see him
69
again,
now.
If they
holler
don't get it
holler
on
at
the
me.
next
It came
And
scan,
let me
down-
know so we can look
It
at that.
came down a little bit. It's now
But
69.
Sarah over here is also
Yeah, that's-
in Sladen, I believe.
yeah,
She-
let
me
I'm
share-
suggesting another camera. This is a live
Share
storm
Reed's
chaser
video with
just to
you.
the west of Sladen. I don't know what they're going to come across here.
This is what he's got.
But
This is
yeah,
what
we do
had
have
earlier,
people that are immediately
it's
going to be
still
able to
ongoing
confirm
now.
something for us, I believe, as they go into Sladen. But
You can-
all right, yeah,
You
thank
can kinda make out a
put
wedge.
Sarah in one.
there it is.
Put Sarah in one. Sarah's text location says Holly Springs. That's wrong.
There it was.
Sarah
You see
is
that?
in Mount Pleasant right now. Okay, so
There it
if
is,
you're just now
tornado
tuning in,
emergency.
we've got a massive tornado crossing
They
over
did it?
Highway 72.
thank you.
Tornado
there it is. That's the
emergency.
tornado emergency.
This tornado warning, a
It's
new
finally
tornado
issued for- it is
emergency
for
has
that
been
one, isn't
issued.
it?
Guys, the
Yes.
National Weather Service has issued a tornado emergency for Benton County. Okay, Benton County, Marshall County, Mississippi, Fayette County, and Hardeman County in Tennessee. This is very likely by far the biggest tornado of the night so far. And we've seen some big tornadoes tonight. All right. So this is a monster of a tornado just crossing over Highway 72. You've heard me say this earlier, but this is the most dangerous situation you've ever found yourself in if you're in the direct path of this thing here. This is not a tornado that you are going to be able to, just sleep through or anything like that. So once again, if you know somebody out here that has to work tomorrow, they're asleep, maybe even if you just know somebody who knows somebody out here, let's do whatever we can to try to reach these people, because I promise you, if this enters into LaGrange, and it stays at the strength that it is right now, those people don't have a chance. Don't have a chance if they're not awake, if they're not aware of what's going on here. So we've got to make sure that we get the word out there. Also, we've got to hope that this thing at some point weakens a little bit. We've got a lot of ground to cover before we get to LaGrange. But even before then, before we get to LaGrange, we've got several structures, several different things in the path here.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
But still, it's crossing over on Early Grove Road right now. And it's going to continue to go up towards the Franklin Family Cemetery on its approach to the Tennessee-Mississippi border. This is going to cross the Tennessee-Mississippi line somewhere around Bleed Love Road. Or is that Breedlove Road here? That's where it's going to cross the Tennessee-Mississippi county state line. There's plenty of residential homes along that road. And then it's going to go up towards the Hickory Grove Baptist Church on its approach to LaGrange. If it continues on its current trajectory, it will go by the Wolf Wildlife Management Area, the Mineral Slough Boardwalk Ghost, and the Wolf River Wildlife Management Area. Lots of empty space for this to go before it gets into LaGrange, but we've really got to be ready in LaGrange and taking shelter right now, and we don't want to assume that it's just going to dissipate before it gets there, because that's not always the case, especially not with giant tornadoes like this. It's going to be a force to be reckoned with. It's going to be hard to stop at this point as it goes up between Mississippi and Tennessee. If you're just now tuning in, we've got a tornado emergency. This is the highest level tornado warning that can be issued by the National Weather Service for Benton County, Mississippi, Marshall County, Mississippi, Fayette County, Tennessee, and Hardeman County in Tennessee. We've got the next 33 minutes to get the word out here to people. And hopefully we can do that. And hopefully we did that for the folks in Sladen. But this is another place that we have to now search for information about. And now we're starting to hear some information about Selmer. Selmer was another town that was hit not too long ago. And everything that we're hearing out of Selmer right now is bad. Unfortunately, I think we're going to get a lot of similar noise out of Sladen. Just prepare yourselves for that, y'all. I think we've had another worst case scenario situation here. Now all we can do is try to get the word out for our people up to the north and east. Early Grove, Michigan City, LaGrange, everybody out there needs to be aware of this monster tornado that's coming up towards them right now. Once again, a tornado emergency. If you're just now waking up and you're trying to think of what you need to do, you got to put shoes on. Put clothes on that you wouldn't care to get wet. Closed-toed shoes. There's a chance that your house could be damaged. You might have to evacuate your home after it's damaged with nails, broken glass, splintered wood. You might have to be out in a rain shower, exposed to the elements after the loss of your roof or something like that. Okay, so get ready. Do whatever you need to do to make that easier on you, and get kids ready, get the pets ready on the leash, whatever you got to do, and then hunker down inside of the most interior room of your home with as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. Bottom floor, helmet on. Kids have bicycle helmets. Go grab them. You've got an old football helmet. Go grab it. If you don't have that stuff, grab the mattress off the bed. Grab some pillows. Grab something soft to protect your head so flying debris or falling debris won't directly cause injury to you. So once again, I'm talking to people in Early Grove, Michigan City, LaGrange, 45, and the people in Benton, Marshall counties in Mississippi, and then Fayette and Hardeman counties in Tennessee. Mostly talking to Tennessee now because this is about to cross over into Tennessee from Mississippi. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Ryan, I haven't gotten an update from the Memphis radar in 5 minutes on all platforms. If it is in fact down, we need to continue estimating position as it approaches Grand Junction. We don't have knowledge of whether the tornado is as strong as it was or is stronger now or is even ongoing. So we need to treat this tornado emergency as one with, even if we're blind here without radar data. So we need to estimate the position of it now as accurately as we can.
All right. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, it's been several minutes. It's 2:29. The last update for me came in at 23. So we're a little blind here, but let's assume that it's as big as it was back here and it was going in the same direction. Right? I would say that it's probably safe to say that it has crossed the line now into Tennessee. And it's getting closer to LaGrange, right? So the TWRA Wolf River firing range is about where that tornado it could be right now. So let's make sure we get into our safe spots if we are near that, obviously. And then it's still going to go in the general direction of the Mineral Slough Boardwalk, the Wolf River Wildlife Management Area on its approach to LaGrange. We got to get everybody in LaGrange underground or in a substantial shelter, whatever we can do. Bryce Shelton, Sarah, they're both in the general vicinity here, but I don't think that Sarah's crossed the path of this thing yet. There's no way. And then we have just a crazy view of this storm from Tennessee Valley Weather number 5. This is not our storm that we're watching right now. This is the storm in Tennessee where there is still a tornado warning. It continues to be a PDS tornado warning, actually, for our storm coming up towards Linden. And actually, you know what? Like, we can't tell much by radar right now, but this image tells us a lot. I see a rotating base to that storm. There's probably, there could be something making contact with the ground. It's hard to tell, but this is a live view of the tornado-warned storm, the PDS tornado-warned storm coming out of Mount Carmel and coming up towards Linden right now. Okay, so this is a separate storm. This is not our tornado emergency. This is another tornado warning up here in Hickman, Lewis, Perry, and Wayne counties in Tennessee. I think what we're looking at here is actually a tornado. It's hard to see, obviously, but daggone it, if that doesn't look like one. And it would make sense where the camera is and where we're pointed to. I think that's what we're dealing with here as it goes up towards Linden. So this is that PDS tornado warning. And there you go. There you have it. Another a tornado potentially on the ground here, moving towards Linden. We need to assume that it is because this is still a PDS tornado warning. We can, weather spotters have confirmed a tornado several times with this. I think we just have a bird's eye view of it here as it goes off to the north and east. Okay. All right, back to the tornado emergency. Still no updates. Have we really lost Memphis? Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, Ryan, I'm tracking this from the Columbus, Mississippi radar. I can see a re-intensification of the tornado as it approaches LaGrange and Grand Junction, Tennessee. So they have approximately 6 to 7 minutes in those two towns to get into shelter to be safe, hopefully. if they have a, we should just go through all the precautionary actions you should take again.
All right, thank you, Andy. This is unbelievable. This is a terrible, terrible time to lose that radar in Memphis. But yeah, I mean, here we go. I mean, this is coming into LaGrange. We don't know the fine details here, but let's assume the worst, because that's probably what's happening here as it comes up into LaGrange. LaGrange is not a huge town, so that's actually a good thing. That means it's going to be easier to miss, right? But there is plenty of stuff over here and structures in the path. So if you're anywhere near LaGrange, including as far west as over here near the community of 45, you got to be underground. Okay, this is not something that you're going to be able to deal with above ground or outside. You got to be in that lowest floor and a sturdy building, brick, well-built building, many walls between you and the outside world as possible. A basement would be great. Otherwise, a closet or a pantry, something without glass. That's what you want to be in. And then this is, once again, going to be anywhere between the Grit Sports Academy all the way over towards Woodlawn Plantation. It's going to cross Highway 57 here momentarily, potentially right through the center of LaGrange. If not, though, it could be anywhere between On the Move all the way over to Woodlawn Plantation. Then it's going to continue to parallel up Highway 18, potentially into the greater Grand Junction area, and then between Center Point and Van Buren. Okay, so Highway 18, we can see it coming across here, maybe near Holum Cemetery, and then up towards Center Point Baptist Church. And then as it approaches Van Buren, it could come close to Lake Hardeman Road. So once again, no huge thing. The biggest thing in the way here is LaGrange. Let's really hope LaGrange gets spared here, because once again, there's another period of time where it's going to have some space. You know what I'm saying? To kind of hit nothing. And then the next area that we've got to be really concerned about is the greater Bolivar area and Hebron. If this goes that far, you guys aren't under a warning right now, but I'm thinking ahead of time. This thing looks like it could go the long haul. It looks like it could be a long track tornado. So just in case, we need to start thinking about that in Van Buren, Bolivar, Sugar Hill, Hebron, and the Grand Valley Lakes area here to the east of Van Buren. All right, let's hope it doesn't make it that far, though. LaGrange is potentially taking a direct hit right now from this tornado. So that's what's happening here. Grand Junction, whenever I say LaGrange, we're also talking about the greater Grand Junction area. It's larger. Everybody from between LaGrange and Grand Junction needs to be sheltered here. Anywhere between the LaGrange Presbyterian Church and the Zion Temple Community Church, anywhere in there could be where the tornado is. And in fact, it could be about that wide. Like we don't know how big the tornado is now, but it could be a very large tornado that's going to do damage over here to a very large area. So Grand Junction, LaGrange could be taking a direct hit right now. Hopefully everybody got to their safe spots, stays underground. This is once again going to continue to go up towards Center Point and Van Buren. So I haven't heard anything yet, but one of the somewhere around LaGrange or Grand Junction, we're going to start getting big time damage reports out of here soon. Okay, Memphis radar's back. I got scanned from 3 minutes ago, and yeah, that's just south of LaGrange. So once again, anywhere from 45 all the way over to Salisbury. Salisbury needs to be in their safe spots, and then as far northeast as Center Point and Van Buren. All right, we've got higher resolution data now. This is going, right here in between Grand Junction and LaGrange. We've got to make sure that everybody. Well, honestly, there's nothing we can do now. Like this is happening. This is going through Grand Junction and LaGrange right now. Now we've got to make sure that we're continuing to get the message out there to Van Buren and points north and east, just in case this thing continues any farther down the road. And it looks like it's going to try to. Back up to our PDS tornado warning in Tennessee. Still believe we have a tornado down here approaching Linden. Okay, Linden, this is a dangerous storm. Extremely dangerous storm, actually, coming right towards you. We had a good view of the, I think what was actually the tornado through the Tennessee Valley weather camera there to your west or to your east. To your south, sorry, but now it's kind of left the view. But I'm just going to assume that this is still out there. I don't know if we're already watching this one, Tanner, but I'm suggesting another one. This one's in the path of that Tennessee tornado. All right. So that's what we're doing there. PDS tornado warning, by the way, goes on for another 5 minutes. We'll see. I think they're going to reissue this warning for Linden. I think Linden, you need to stay in your safe spots. Pleasantville is potential tornadoes coming into Linden here soon. We got to get you in your shelters. We no longer have a we no longer have a tornado emergency with our storm that's going through LaGrange and Grand Junction right now. And we're also seemingly back to getting delayed radar updates from Memphis. I'm 5 minutes behind here. But it seems like the biggest part of the rotation is now moved off to the east and northeast of LaGrange. Let's assume that anyways. Now we're waiting on reports. Oh gosh, sorry, Tanner. Heads up, Tanner. Turn that. Do you know how to turn that down?
A new PDS tornado warning has been issued.
Oh, okay.
A new PDS tornado warning has been issued.
All right, so a new PDS tornado warning has been issued. We've got a video here from Selmer that I want to show. This is just to kind of keep you updated and give you an idea of what kind of tornadoes we're dealing with. Jenny Borden sent this. And I believe they were listening to our stream.
Gosh, y'all. Another couple new tornado warnings we need to go fly to real quick. Up here in Kentucky, Georgetown. I'm sorry, this is Ohio. Sorry. Georgetown is under a tornado warning.
Wait a second. Is that what? It's hard to tell what we're looking at here, but I think that was that's our big tornado that we had down there in Selmer. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Ryan. As we watch the second town get essentially hit dead on here in Tennessee, it's well, I mean, there's nothing we can do now, but except for just resonate the presence of the Yaw Squad. Undoubtedly,
a new PDS tornado warning has been issued.
Some of these towns in Tennessee.
A new PDS tornado warning has been issued.
So just make sure you guys are thinking about the Yaw Squad if you're able, and would like to make a contribution to these towns. I'm almost positive we will be, delivering aid there. So thank you for considering.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. Absolutely. There's a 100% guarantee that we're
a new tornado
be
warning
in multiple towns
issued.
Over the next, for the foreseeable future. I don't know how long this will take, but the Yaw Squad will be showing up here. So yeah, keep that in mind. For now, let's relay this newest PDS tornado warning. This is this is not stopping. I mean, this thing is still going. We got a PDS tornado warning that goes into Selmer again. Selmer, Tennessee is under another PDS tornado warning. Bethel Springs and areas to the west. We're talking about Van Buren. We're talking about Hornsby. We're talking about Masseyville, Bethel Springs, and Selmer. Chester, Fayette, Hardeman, and McNairy counties in Tennessee are in the danger zone here. This thing's still rotating like a top. And it's gonna, if it's not still producing a tornado right now, which we believe that it is, it can very quickly produce a new one as it goes on up to the north and east. So, yeah, definitely a big time major tornado going on here. And we just got to keep watching it as it goes off from multiple different radar sites, because I'm having trouble with the Memphis one still. But yeah, Van Buren, Middleton, Hornsby, get ready, take shelter now. Most immediately, Van Buren and Roger Springs. That's where we're most concerned about what's going on. I do want to go back and check in on the PDS tornado warning for Hickman, Lewis, and Perry counties in Tennessee. Linden, I hate the daggone radar holes, but there could be a tornado impacting the Bethel and Linden areas of Tennessee right now. So hopefully everybody got that message. We've been talking about Linden and Bethel. Now we're talking about Pleasantville. All right. If this continues to be a big tornado as it goes off to the north and east, it's going to go to Pleasantville. Pleasantville Tower, is that a camera that we have up? Yeah, we've got the Pleasantville Tower camera up. Access has cams. Number 2 looks like that one might be down, but we've got several different ways to see this. Centerville is one of them. I'll suggest that one as well. So once again, it looks like Linden might be getting hit by a tornado right now. Pleasantville, you got to take shelter. Beardstown, Beaver Dam Springs, Whitfield, and Centerville. Please take shelter if you haven't already. By the way, guys, we've got one other tornado warning. I really want to quickly go look at this, because we're spending all of our time down here in Tennessee, because that's where all of the tornado warnings are. There's one other one that's going to be up here for Coshocton and Tuscarawas County in Ohio. That's going to go on for 29 minutes. Get in your safe spot. Stay there for 29 minutes. You should be fine. Andy, go ahead.
Ryan, I just wanted to say that the new PDS warning that just went through Grand Junction includes Selmer in Tennessee here in McNairy County, so it's likely that all of the emergency management responses in Selmer are going to be halted as this warning includes them, and it is of a PDS variety. So we should also focus on relaying information to any emergency management crews who might be listening in the area of McNairy County or are on the way, so that we can get exact pathing for them as they focus on their work to make sure that the citizens are cared for in that town.
All right. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, we've got to spread the word there. I've got a live camera in downtown Linden, and it's the craziest thing. It's like nothing's even happening there. That's another thing. It's a very telling of how off our our view of the radar might be, as far as like the exact placement of that couplet. But we're very close to Linden getting impacted by the storm. So keep that in mind as Chestnut Grove and Pleasantville, as you guys are also in the path here. We're going to keep an eye on that Linden area. Yeah, keep that in mind. Whitfield, Buffalo, and Centerville, you guys are in the path as well. Let's go over here to Chester, Fayette, and Hardeman counties. This is where we continue to have that PDS tornado warning. For Selmer, once again, Rose Creek, Woodville, Pine Top, and Palestine. We've got to watch the Bolivar camera here, as the storm is coming up towards the areas just east of Bolivar. big time debris signature still on this storm down here. Let's check it out. Let's see exactly where this is. It's over a bunch of nothing right now. Tornado is near the Spring Creek Cemetery. It's about to cross Van Buren Road. All right, and then it's going to go up towards Grand Valley Lakes.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
So, honestly, nothing. There's not a lot of stuff between where it is right now and probably Hornsby. Actually, I take that back. The S&S Country Store. The S&S Country Store is in the path of this storm on Highway 125 there. If it gets past that, it's going to go up towards Hornsby. So get ready in Hornsby. You guys are in a very dangerous spot here. Okay, looks like we're starting to see some stuff in Linden. This is I mean, this is a very dangerous spot to be in here in Linden. Hopefully everybody's in their safe spots. We also could very easily have a near miss happening here. And that's what we can hope for in Linden. But somebody around Linden just got hit by a tornado. I'm almost certain of it. We've got crazy velocity signature over here. PDS tornado warning. And next in line, we're talking about potentially Beardstown, Whitfield, and Goodrich. So this definitely, if this is, if this is showing us how, it looks to me like if this missed Linden, maybe it missed it to the north. So that means that the velocity couplet's more in line with Whitfield and Nunnally. So Nunnally takes shelter. Hickman, Lewis, Perry counties in Tennessee. Very dangerous situation that you're in right now. And then the storm down here near Van Buren just keeps looking more and more intense. Let's go ahead and put the Linden camera. Let's put either Access 2 or Tennessee Valley Weather number 5 and 1, and then we'll keep an eye on those that Linden camera as well. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Ryan, there's a non-zero chance that we see a sort of hybrid spin-up tornado and supercellular tornado approaching Nashville from the west. We got a little bit of some velocity coming together, and you can see that structure of the hook extending down there east of Kingston Springs. Non-zero chance that comes together. Is just north along I-65 and 24 junction.
Thank you, Andy. Nashville, y'all watch out. We've got a severe thunderstorm warning in Nashville now, but there's also a rotating part of the storm on the northwest side of Bellevue coming up into southwest Nashville. So Nashville, you might get a tornado warning here soon, specifically for Richland, Cockrill, Bend. And there's Andy's Y'all Watch. You can see the polygon there. Includes all of Nashville. Get ready to get to shelter. We've got medium confidence that we're going to get a tornado warning here at some point for you. So yeah, get into that. Get ready to get into the lowest, most interior floor, and most interior room with as many walls between you and the outside world as possible. No warning yet for Nashville, but we think it might be coming. Y'all watch out. Additionally, there is a warning in Ohio we should inspect, as there was a new warning issued for Jackson, Ohio, Wellston. This is up here for the next 22 minutes. Stay in your safe spot. You should be fine as the storm goes by. It's going to be a strong storm with damaging winds potentially and a potential tornado, but get in that safe spot. And we'll for about 22 minutes, and I think you'll be fine up there in Ohio. We got to go back down to Tennessee. I mean, it feels like these things are moving in slow motion, or it's just we're it's where we're getting infrequent radar updates or something here. But Hornsby, you guys are in the path of an extremely dangerous storm. So hopefully we've done a good job of getting the word out about this out here. Look, right now that tornado is somewhere near Lakeview Estates. And it could be right in the middle of it, and that would mean it's doing significant damage out here. This is what Lakeview Estates looks like, and we've called this out several times. Some houses all around this lake. Grand Valley Estates, I think is what it's called actually. Yeah, Grand Valley Lake and Grand Valley Estates. Hopefully that this didn't go right over this area, because we've got the BH Grill. Certainly we've got a place where there's RVs and campers and stuff. So big time recreational lake area and residential lake area. It seems like tornado just went through. Ohio's got another tornado warning. This is Portsmouth again. Get ready out there in, Adams and Scioto counties. This is Shawnee State Forest. Big time velocity couplet popping up there. Could be a tornado coming for you in Dry Run and West Portsmouth. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Ryan, latest on the Nashville-bound storm looks much less conducive for a tornado warning. Hopefully it stays that way. Our original area of concern has been essentially fallen apart here. So still watching it, but not expecting a tornado warning at this point in Nashville.
All right, thank you, Andy. Nashville, y'all still, I would definitely still be on my toes and ready to go just in case, but there's certainly going to be a strong storm capable of producing 60-mile-per-hour winds and 1-inch hail. What tornado are we seeing here? Is this a tornado? Like, you guys see that, right? Or is it? This is in Florence, Alabama. There's no way. Clifton, Tennessee. If you pull that out and back in, like if you pull that into monitoring and then back in the output, does that fix the name? Oh, the one that I've got pulled up says Florence, Alabama in slot number 2. Yeah, we're seeing something here on these has cams. We're trying to see if we've got a location bug with our naming system. Yeah, slot number 2. Send it to monitoring. Okay, that's Hohenwald, Tennessee. Okay, so no. Go ahead, Andy. Yeah, go ahead.
Ryan, I'm looking at that same storm, Hohenwald, Kimmins into Centerville from FWLX radar. I'm not the best at reading the correlation coefficient on this X-band, but I do see lowered values that sort of roughly correspond with lowered reflectivity, so I'm not 100% sure that we're scanning the tornado here west of Kimmins, but it's possible we could be. This is looking at the storm 600 feet aloft, so we would have a really good idea if that were a debris signature. Not 100% on that, but I'll keep you updated.
Okay. Thank you, Andy. We're seeing what we believe is the tornado here. We've got several cameras pointed at this thing. It does look like we can say that this is on the ground. But obviously it's hard to tell. Even, with all these cameras, it's really hard to tell exactly what we're looking at here at night with the rain and all that stuff. So I'm suggesting a few more cameras back there so we can keep an eye on all of them. But yeah, the reason why the cameras are important, y'all, is because we don't have a lot of radar coverage right in here. So if we can see something through one of these cameras, that'll help us tell the story there. Yeah, that's definitely it. Holy smokes, y'all. Big time tornado here between Beaver Dam Springs, Pleasantville, coming up towards Centerville. By the way, this one, Backroom, this one's like right in the path. I know we can't see anything, but monitor it. Like that camera literally might be hit by the tornado at some point. And then same thing for this one. That one we actually have a view of, though. Go ahead, Andy.
Hey, Ryan, I hate to do this, but I'm looking at Sladen, Mississippi from the GWX radar. Further up, I see a side-lobed but somewhat strong mesocyclone.
A
with
new
the storm
tornado warning
in
has been
Sladen,
issued.
Mississippi. No tornado warning on it yet. This would pass west of Grand Junction near LaGrange and in between LaGrange and Moscow. If it does become tornadic, I'll have my eye on that and issue a yell watch for it.
Okay, thank you, Andy. They did just issue a severe thunderstorm warning for that. I believe that's the same storm with a tornado possible tag. So they're watching that as well. So we're going to keep an eye on this for you over here between Moscow and LaGrange. That's moving up towards Hickory Valley. Get ready to take shelter, as there might be a tornado warning here soon as well. And then we are continuing to be concerned about the tornadic circulation and the tornado that's going to the south and east of Bolivar, moving over towards Hornsby and Masseyville and Bethel Springs. Again, Selmer, you're under this PDS tornado warning, so keep that in mind. And unfortunately, I don't know who's going to be able to be listening to me right now in Selmer. I don't know if they even know to listen. But if there's anybody that's listening to me right now that can get to Selmer and tell these people, that what's going on down there, that would be good. I really do hope that this is going to go farther west this time. We don't want to go too much off of hope. But Selmer, you are under that PDS tornado warning, and like Andy said earlier, there might be some delays in the response that would normally be coming out there. There is a new tornado warning in Kentucky. This is for Boyle, Casey, Girard, Lincoln, and Madison counties. We do have some rotation back here near Hudsonville and McKinney. This is moving towards Stanford and Berea. Berea, Kentucky, take shelter. We've got a potential tornado coming together here. Otherwise, a strong storm capable of producing straight line damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. Nashville, you're under that severe thunderstorm warning. Get ready for 60 mile per hour winds and 1 inch hail. And then that, the storm over here that's past Pleasantville is just, it's so eerie to watch. Like we know that it's out there and we've got these little glimpses of it. Go ahead, Andy.
Ryan, adding some scientific basis to the analysis of the new Sladen, Mississippi storm. Looks like it will take a track almost identical to this last one that went through the Grand Junction area. Right now, it does not have low-level rotation present. You can see from the Memphis radar, there's actually that outflow boundary in front of it. However, if you watch the storm progression, you can see that bottom hook beginning to swing forward toward that outflow boundary. If it catches up with that and starts to ingest it, that means warm air is reaching the storm at the surface, which is how we get a tornado. So watching the radar trend closely here while we still have good data, only a couple thousand feet above the surface, if that is the trend that it takes, then I would see it going tornado warn. If it stays behind that outflow boundary that we can trace on radar, then it will not become tornadic, hopefully. It will have a much lower chance of doing so. So right now, it is not quite tornadic. The upper levels show that it has the tendency to do it if it can clear that inflow right at the base of the storm.
Thank you, Andy. So y'all watch out in LaGrange. Michigan City, Salisbury
has been issued.
We did just get
a new tornado warning has been issued
in Kentucky for Bath, Fleming, Montgomery, and Rowan counties. Decent area of rotation coming together right here between East Union and Sharpsburg. That's going to move up towards Tilton, Hillsboro, Poplar Plains, and Flemingsburg over the next several minutes. Stay in that safe space, that safe spot for the next
PDS
12 minutes at
warning
least.
Has been issued.
we'll let you know.
A new
when it's time
PDS
to come out.
tornado warning has
PDS
been
tornado
issued.
warning back here in Tennessee. This is they've extended this all the way out into Dixon County, Hickman County, Maury County, and Williamson County in Tennessee. This is for Centerville now, Nunnally, Little Lot, Prim Springs, Bon Aqua Junction, Fairview, and Fernvale and Dotson. A dangerous storm with a large tornadoes on the ground here, moving into Centerville. So take shelter and get ready. Now we have a PDS tornado warning for all of these places, and it's getting a little bit more populated. So now there's this one, unlike the other one, has plenty of stuff to hit, and if this stays on the ground, this one will do a significant amount of damage as it goes across these areas. At this very moment, it's in a pretty rural spot, but once it gets up there towards Centerville, there's going to be a continued path of homes and businesses for it to interact with on its approach to
a new tornado warning has been
Bon
issued.
Aqua Junction and Fernville.
I need to go.
New
but I
tornado warning in
can't go.
Kentucky. This is going to be the rest of
Angela Brunson.
Bourbon County
Angela Brunson reports.
and Nicholas County. So Bath, Fleming, Montgomery, you guys are under a tornado warning. Get ready out there in Hillsborough, Tilton,
She's
and
got
Flemingsburg,
17.
okay? Take shelter for
Wait,
10
no.
minutes.
I
That's
don't-
how long the warning lasts. We'll see if they
I
expand that or
hesitate
extend
to
it.
believe that. That's
But that's what we're dealing with
It's
right
like
now.
Kevin's
Take
got
shelter.
17
Berea, checking back in
followers.
on you. Danville, just south of Danville, there's some rotation. There's some rotation near Stanford, moving over towards Berea. So take shelter. This is going to be for 40 minutes. We want you in your safe spot in Berea. Nothing confirmed. Nothing confirmed right now. What we know is we've got a strong line of storms with some very strong winds and a little bit of rotation here. Put those things together, that can easily lead to a tornado. So that's why we're telling you to have a heads up situation over here in Berea and take shelter. Additionally, now we have a new considerable
my
severe
name a
thunderstorm
second
warning for
ago, I'm
Lexington.
sorry.
So Lexington, you're another one of those places tonight. This is going to get hit over and over again. Get ready for flash flooding. That's going to be a problem too soon.
Who called
Go
my
ahead,
name?
Andy.
Yeah, Ryan, those considerable
I
severe
don't
thunderstorm
believe
warnings
anybody.
should not be taken lightly. As an example, there is
Okay.
a report, I've never seen this before,
A new
on
tornado
GR2,
warning
but
has
there's a
been
report
issued.
on
I just
South
wanted to make
Nashville of
sure.
a person struck by lightning in Green Hills, Tennessee there. So that is outside of all of the storms. You can see these storms can put down lightning
You
strikes
see
cloud to
that?
ground all around them. And
See what?
monitoring the tendency for them to do that will tell you a very good
What?
chance
A
of
new
where
tornado
these
warning
storms are
has
likely
been
to
issued.
put down lightning strikes. So I've never seen a report of a
Oh, I'm
person
not
struck
doing
by
that.
lightning before
Yeah,
show
me
up on
neither.
GR2, but
I just told my
that's just
friend
to,
who lives
you know,
in
we need
Franklin
to
and
iterate that
to watch
staying
out.
inside during a thunderstorm is, of course, one of the most important and basic survival things that we can do in these situations.
Do we have anybody
instead of
in
trying to go out and see them?
have anybody
Absolutely.
in Kentucky and
Thank you,
Ohio in
Andy.
here? By the way,
We got a new tornado
Only
warning
me,
in
I think.
Ohio,
give a heads
I
up.
think-
for
way up yonder into Coshocton,
If
Which
it
the
were
storm-
to have
Guernsey-
been next month, I would
Guernsey,
have.
Harrison, Muskingum, and
What's up?
Tuscarawas
I said
County
if
in
it
Ohio.
were
These
to
are
have been
these
next
counties over here on the
month, I
eastern side of
would have.
Ohio are some of the most uniquely
next
named
month 'cause you're
ones.
moving.
But anyways, we do have
no, a
a
friend of mine
significant
is.
severe thunderstorm warning coming through
okay.
with
new tornado
60
warning
mile
for
per hour winds,
Ralston,
maybe quarter size
Athens,
hail.
Albany,
Now also we've got a
Plains,
potential
Ohio.
tornado on the
So-
roster as well. So if you're in Kimballton,
Ohio.
Birmingham, and Freeport in
getting over there
any of
close
these
to
counties
West
in
Virginia.
Ohio, take shelter now.
Look
Just
at-
to
look
the
at-
south
look
of
at
that,
Weather Lobby,
for
look at
Albany
Hunter.
and Athens, Ohio,
He's
we do
he's
have
in the
a
path of
tornado
that.
warning
He's
down
in the
here
path
as
of
well.
that PDS.
We've got Athens, Gallia, Jackson, Megas,
shoot.
and Vinton counties in the path of a dangerous storm that is capable of producing a tornado. Take shelter now in Athens, Ohio. Portsmouth,
Without
Ohio.
question.
Your tornado warning expires in
Nothing to
7
even.
minutes. Okay, so if you've
Nothing
made
to
it
even
this far, we've got 7 more
hypothesize
minutes of this,
about.
and you can come out. Unfortunately,
This is going-
Portsmouth. I want to be very clear about something here.
Yeah,
Portsmouth,
You don't have to
Athens,
imagine it
actually
because it's
probably
already
more so
happened.
Portsmouth, Lexington,
March
back down
March 3rd,
towards Nashville.
2020.
This is not going to end anytime soon for you guys. This is very slowly, coming to a screeching halt.
Of course,
this line,
the difference between
and I'm telling
this,
y'all, there's going to be a point here
the
where
2020
this
tornado
line
went
that's
to the
going
north,
east across the Kentucky and
and
Tennessee,
went to
is
just to
going
the
literally
immediate north of
stop,
downtown.
and then it's going to start.
This
going backwards.
one is going to be
All right?
entering from
essentially
the south
that's what's going to be
side.
happening.
And it doesn't look like it's going to go through downtown
or
Nashville, but it looks like
major
it's going to go
flooding,
through the south
situation
side
develops.
of Nashville.
So don't get too comfortable. After these warnings are over, we are going to have several more storms tonight, and what might end up being the biggest problem for some of these communities is the dangerous flash flooding. So let's go back down to our
so it'll be
PDS tornado warning in Chester, Hardeman, and McNairy counties in Tennessee. This is coming across Highway 64 right now, over towards Masseyville and Bethel Springs. We still believe we've got a damaging tornado on the ground crossing Highway 64.
Basically
near
heading
Hornsby
right towards the
now.
Brentwood area.
Please take shelter in Chester, Hardeman, and McNairy counties.
The storm
also,
east of Memphis is probably going to get tornado warned. If
nothing,
you look at it,
coming
it's
together
been
yet
really
enough to
tightening up over the
promote a
past couple
tornado warning,
frames. And the storm
but it's not
structure
gonna
has
take
been
much longer to
changing
get
a
this to
lot
wrap up
for the better.
as it goes over Michigan City, over towards Salisbury. Up here, farther to the north,
it's the storm
Centerville. That Centerville is going to be
no,
one of the
not
more
that
dangerous
one.
places to be right
Not
now,
that one.
as it does look like
It's
Centerville
the one
might be trying
behind
to
our
take
supercell that we were watching.
a hit from a tornado.
this one.
Here's Centerville, the camera.
Yes, that one.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Slating again.
Oh wow, yeah, that is we're going to see that come right at us, ain't we?
I'll keep my eyes.
God, what a monster of a storm, y'all.
That's the enhanced is
And
the
this,
new
I
day
think
one.
what we're looking at there, that's the base of the storm. That's the part where there's
The high risk
tornado
is
would be
still
under there.
valid till
That's going to come right
12Z.
towards the camera here. So we're going to be able to see the tornado if it's down, which
7
we
a.m.
believe it
Central
is,
Time.
as it comes into Centerville. That is a monster, y'all.
Read my
8 a.m.
mind.
So
Eastern.
Yeah. So
This
that's what's
one's
coming towards you out there in
re-strengthened
Centerville,
In fact, it may have
Graytown
cycled
also,
and
Bon Aqua Junction, Little Rock Mills,
it may have
Grove,
you
Tidewell,
either spent that time
Daughtry Estates, and
cycling
Fairview.
or just weakened out a lot. Well, that's an
Oh
old
my
scan.
gosh, you can
Never
see
mind.
the town lights reflecting off of the massive wall cloud there.
No, that was my fault. I accidentally
Unbelievably
I
unsettling view
paused
there from the
the,
Centerville camera.
GR2.
I should point out that Nashville, you're one of these places
the heck
that
put that in there.
It's not going to stop tonight. Like the storms are coming through right now. You're going to have one more. This storm down here that's producing the images you see above my head is probably eventually going to impact the Nashville area.
Mode. Jeez Louise.
And then the one behind that is probably also going to impact the Nashville
might want
area.
to take a
Do
look
you understand what I'm saying?
The Centerville cam
it's
on
coming
Radar
to a stop.
Omega.
This line is about
Centerville cam
to stop.
on Radar Omega.
And
there.
we're going to have several rounds of storms over here.
It's in that PDS one. Hold on. Wait. Wait.
Wow. We're back up to 1,
Hold on,
2,
let me take
3,
a
4,
look.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 tornado warnings.
Let's not hype it up.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
13.
It's gonna be over on that left
new
side.
tornado
Hold
warning
on.
in Bath and
Yeah, I'm not
Fleming
sure.
counties in Kentucky, Flemingsburg.
Yeah, I was
Take
about to
shelter,
say, I'm
Tilton,
not sure
Yeah, it's gonna be
exactly.
over there. It's going
Wayland,
right through
Wallingford.
Centerville.
You're under that tornado warning now. I want to check in on our friends over here in Berea. This is for Buggytown, Kirksville, Berea.
If it's
Big
down, it
Hill,
just
and
courts
Winston.
Centerville.
We've got to have you
And I
guys
know
in your
I
safe
know that
spots over here.
exact area
It is
too, because
not
I
necessarily
was
as
in,
dire of a situation as
mental
what we're
health
seeing back
treatment
there in
near there.
Tennessee. But out of all the warnings up here north of Tennessee, this one is the one that's catching my eye a little bit more
Please, can I
than
take it
others,
full?
as we do have a very
There we go.
visible area of rotation that we can at least see here,
A new
and that is
tornado
coming
warning
towards
has been
Berea. So
issued.
hopefully everybody in
Oh,
Berea
power flash!
is
I
in
saw
their safe
that.
spots. A new tornado warning was just issued in
There's a-
Mississippi and Tennessee, and that's for our storm that's coming back into LaGrange. That's for our storm that's coming back up into Salisbury, and Van Buren.
There was a
Middleton,
power flash in
get
the
ready.
exact middle of the camera.
Did
y'all
it's trying
see
to come
that, or is it
together
just
here
me?
right around Michigan City. So Grand Junction, you're under this tornado
I
warning
saw that
again.
too.
Salisbury,
There's
Van
a
Buren,
flash
all
of
these
bright
places that Andy was
blue
just
coming
talking
up
about.
from the ground.
Back in the line of fire.
That was.
Get to shelter. We've got some places that are damaged out here.
Hold on.
Hopefully these people know, like in Grand Junction, even if we don't see the actual tornadic part of the storm go through Grand Junction and LaGrange, lemon-sized hail is about to fall in some of these areas that just got
crossing
hit
due
by
south of the camera right now.
A very strong tornado, and that is obviously going to severely hurt the search and rescue operations that may or may not be going on right now out here. So unbelievably terrible situation unfolding for the people of Benton, Fayette, and Hardeman counties
CC.
in Tennessee.
All right, stand by.
Daggone. All right. Parkersburg, West Virginia, you guys are under a severe thunderstorm warning now. Get ready for 70-mile-per-hour winds from Marietta down to Point Pleasant. This is working into West Virginia now. The northern part of this line is moving. I want to make that clear. The farther north you go on this line, we've actually got some speed on these storms, and they're not going to stall out quite in the same way as they are to the south. You see how fast these are moving to the east. We do have a tornado warning up here for
what was Chloe? You said my name.
Coshocton and Guernsey counties
what was it?
in Ohio.
I'm sorry.
For the next 15 minutes.
They ended up issuing a tour for that
severe
storm I've been
warning
watching.
that goes all the way out to about Youngstown, all the way down towards Woodsfield.
Yeah.
These storms are moving, and this line of
damage
might make it all the way over to Pittsburgh tonight before trying to fall apart. In fact,
so that has included.
We expected it to already be weaker than it is right now. So I have no doubt in my mind that it could potentially make it over there to Pittsburgh. But notice how when I come down here to Kentucky, right? And if I play the animation here, you can see that things aren't moving as far east. Mostly because we've got these kind of forward and backward dips in the line. So, if you get hit by a storm right here, there's another one behind it. But get ready now in Bath, Estill, Fleming, Jackson, Laurel, Lee, Menifee, Montgomery, Morgan, Owsley, Powell, Pulaski, Rockcastle, Rowan, and Warren counties in Kentucky. This is coming. This another one of these storms where it's getting close to the weather house over here. We've got a very strong a storm coming into eastern Kentucky now with 60-mile-per-hour winds, and they do have that tornado possible tag on them there. So that means that tornado circulations could be possible as the severe thunderstorm goes through. Tornado warning in Ohio. Man, these things are still spinning over here. This is not supposed to be happening. Vinton, Rio Grande, Lakin, Middleport, Rutland. Take shelter. We've got a tornado warning for Jackson, Gallia, Megas, and Mason counties.
Couplet right there near Michigan City. I see it.
Very dangerous storm over
here. I was going to say there's that couplet, but also if you notice the body of the supercell starting to lean forward, it's becoming more favorable for a larger tornado.
Our tower camera is still standing.
Don't like that.
As far as we can tell. That's good news, I guess. But go ahead.
Warning has been issued.
Andy, sorry.
It's okay, Ryan. I just wanted to say that not everything is set in stone, of course. The tornado warnings up in the Pittsburgh National Weather Service office area are in less than 100 joules per kilogram of CAPE, where we usually are looking for 2,000, 2,500, like our warnings down here on the Mississippi-Tennessee state line and heading up towards the southwestern portion of Nashville. metro. So
Crap.
you know, not you don't have to. You have to look
Max
at more
had
than
to call
one
it a
thing to be
night.
able to diagnose the potential of these events as they are ongoing, and actually say, hey, this can produce a tornado still, even though there are no thermodynamics supporting it, but rather it's purely driven by the dynamics of the system, which are the winds as they change with height, and around the storm as they're influenced by the storm. So that's just you know, another thing to add to the complexities of a forecast and why the work that the National Weather Service does is so important, and why we're able to you know, sort of demonstrate to you what exactly is going into these decisions, such that you take them seriously, since they're rooted in scientific basis. So hopefully that helps. You know, give you a much better respect for the sort of work that's
Yeah.
going on into this presentation, and the
There you go, right
origin
there,
of our
Colin
ability to
McCarthy,
do this
Weather Lobby.
presentation of the work of the National Weather Service.
226
Absolutely.
tornado warnings have
Thank
been
you,
issued within the
meteorologist
last
Andy
12
Hill.
hours
Coming back down here
across
to
the United
LaGrange,
States.
and our tornado warning now, which is has radar indicated rotation. All right, so you know, we don't know for sure if there's a tornado down with this, but we're going to assume that there might be. We just had the hail core with, once again, lemon-sized hail go over the tornado damage path, I believe,
oh my goodness,
of the tornado that
first
just went through
freaking
here.
reply.
Now that's going to move up towards Van Buren. We've got a rotating part of the storm up here northeast of Michigan City, moving up towards Salisbury. So everybody up there needs to take shelter. This storm up here near Bethel Springs is also radar indicated rotation now, so we don't any longer have a confirmed tornado with either of these storms here, but Masseyville's receiving lemon-sized hail as that moves off to the north. This warning, the one up here in Dixon, Hickman, and Maury counties, this remains a PDS tornado warning, so we still believe that we have a tornado down on the ground here,
classifies as super
north of Little Lot.
Actually, no.
Little Rock Mills,
actually.
As it goes over towards Grove, Craighead, and Daughtry Estates. We need everybody over here in Dixon, Hickman, Maury, and Williamson counties in Tennessee.
It depends on something
to be,
that
sheltered still for the next 25 minutes. We got a significant storm.
Thomas Grisoulis,
still capable of doing significant damage here. They've just
long-time
expanded our
meteorologist,
radar-indicated tornado warning way out into Chester,
born
Decatur,
Worcester,
Hardin, Henderson,
Massachusetts,
and
a
McNairy
graduate of
counties in
Florida
Tennessee.
State University.
Masseyville, the storm that's back there towards Masseyville, is now going to
He
move up towards
invented
Enville, Finger, Sweet Lips.
Something called the outbreak intensity
Grove, Liberty,
score.
and Decaturville and Perryville. And on its trajectory, it's going to drop tennis ball size hail
Based on-
and potentially a tornado.
Specifically
in the near
on
future near Bethel Springs,
tornado warning
44
has been issued.
Activity of the
Beatty
outbreak.
Hill,
What
and
classifies
Leekwood.
as a super outbreak?
We've gotten a couple new
So,
tornado warnings.
Anything that has more than
Keep
250
happening here. We're
points
filling the
on
gap here
the
south and east of Portsmouth.
OIS.
So now Franklin Furnace,
is
you're
considered
included in
a
that tornado
super
warning up here
outbreak.
between Portsmouth and Lawrence. And we've got a tornado warning popping out here for Estill, Jackson, Lee, and Rockcastle counties. So now this goes past Berea. So we've got a strong storm, rotating storm coming through Berea now.
The
Get ready
crown
for those 60
jewel
mile per hour
of
winds
super
and
outbreaks.
hail in Berea. Also, make sure you're sheltered, as
Of
there
course,
is a
was
chance
April
there's a
3rd,
tornado.
1974.
Once that gets past you, we believe the tornado possibilities could continue into Irvine,
It
Witt,
scored
Sand Gap, and
578.
Willow Shoals. Okay, take shelter out there.
April 20, the
plumb up
2011 super outbreak at
into
378.
Southeast Ohio.
Outbreak
We continue to have a
1917
tornado warning for the next 8
296.
minutes for Harrison
Palm
and
Sunday
Tuscarawas
got
counties
238. just
in
for the record.
Ohio. Make sure you're in your safe spots, but hopefully they'll allow that one to expire. 8 minutes left on this tornado warning as well for Albany and Athens in Ohio.
But we've only ever
Hopefully they
had
let that one
3
expire too. And then we've got 23
super
minutes left on our
outbreaks in
tornado
that,
warning for Middleport over here along the border
that
of
respect.
Ohio and West
least
Virginia. We've got
according
23
to the
minutes left also on
terminology
the
of
Wortland,
Thomas Grisoulis.
Ironton, Lawrence, Ohio tornado warning as well. That's really close to Ashland, Kentucky, and Ironton, Ohio, Huntington, West Virginia, that tri-state area. We've got a significant storm moving in here, but the tornadic part right now is up there closer to Ironton, Wortland, and Lawrence. Ashland, you guys have got many more storms on the way, though, so it'll be your turn sooner
So
rather than
y'all
later.
know Hunter Holistic.
So that's what we've
mod
got
in
going
the
on.
server.
Let's check out Nashville again.
Yeah.
He's right in
Downtown
the path of
Nashville,
this
you're about to get
PDS
another
tornado.
round. We had one round of hail and
just
Yeah,
got
wind come through.
downgraded.
Now on the
Just got
northwest
downgraded
side,
to
we're going to have
radar
another round
indicated. So
of hail and wind come through over the next 22 minutes. We're talking about 1-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds.
New information. This
Nothing
tornado warning has been upgraded.
necessarily
A
tornadic
new
with these
PDS
numbers
tornado
just yet, but
warning
we
has
are
been
continuing
issued.
to watch this one as it comes up towards the greater Nashville area. That
there
might
is
cause some
PDS.
problems.
Dude,
All right, we got a new
radar indicated
PDS tornado
PDS.
warning. They went ahead and re-upgraded this as it looks like it's coming back together here near Bethel
Full
Springs. Once again, this is the exact same area that we were talking about earlier between Selmer, Bethel Springs, just a little bit farther to the north. We've got another big tornado coming together here between 40 Forks and Beauty Hill. We've got to take shelter out here if we are in
If
Leapwood,
this thing goes again, I'm
Enville,
also potentially
Milledgeville,
in the
Morris
path.
Chapel again, Lebanon, Hinkle, Sardy, Liberty, Lick, Skillet, Pleasant Hill, and Haney, all the way up towards Decaturville.
Let's not fearmonger.
Got tired of him. I muted Jeff.
Let's not fearmonger.
Sardis, okay. I got you. Sardis is in the path there. This is a nasty storm, y'all. It's got that big tornado on it, and then it's also got a very significant hail core. 2.5-inch hail coming up into the greater Chester, Decatur, Hardin, Henderson, and McNairy County areas. Shoot, man. We need
to do it. You can still go to bed.
I think it's time to consider getting a new radar site down here near Savannah or Bethel Springs or somewhere around this part of Tennessee. We always end up needing it. Parsons, Decaturville, you guys are in the path there. Henderson, do we have City of Henderson Fire Department? Okay, yeah, well, this is a live view of the fire department here. So what we're looking at is the rain that's fallen there is
got
from
everybody
the updraft. So the
that could
tornado is
possibly be
responsible for the
spreading
moisture that's gotten up
the
way up
information
in the cloud
around,
that is now falling
doing
down as rain
their damnedest to
down
spread the
here in
information
Henderson
around.
Fire Department. And also we're looking down into the forward flank. So we're looking through a ton of hail and rain. We're not going to be able to see the tornado from this angle, but we're just literally going to see the
what's going to happen at this
power
point
of the
is
storm
what's
as it
going
gets
to
closer to
happen.
Henderson.
And whether you go to sleep or not is not going to change what's going to happen.
Enville,
for the rest of this night.
You guys are in the path as well.
I don't want you to deprive yourself of sleep. And the same goes for the rest. The rest of
the one back
everybody
here near Salisbury is looking more intense. Gosh, dude, are you kidding
Of course,
me?
be sure, like,
it's a nightmare, y'all.
Given
this is
everything
an absolute
that's going
nightmare.
on, I want to also say, make sure, like,
my God, dude.
Make sure that you're taking care of yourself. Be sure to take a mental break.
Here's a picture from
if you need
Senatobia. Senatobia, Mississippi, Waverly Circle.
Is that the Bethel
Thank
Springs
you, Will,
radar?
for sending that. Unfortunately, significant
This is
damage out here.
this is
who
from
knows?
Oh, Memphis. I'm sorry. Is
Who
that showing?
knows how
Are you
many
focused on the
people are
Bethel
homeless
Springs? Oh yeah.
right now?
Okay.
Who knows
Bethel
how
Springs
many people
radar
we've
indicated
lost?
PDS, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I want to
Just
check
an
the one behind
unbelievably
it.
terrible
Jeez,
situation
so
going on right now.
Chloe.
We've got another potentially big tornado forming right over Salisbury.
Chloe, the one you've been watching, I don't know. Are you
Salisbury,
still watching
Roger
it?
Springs, Middleton, all these places in Fayette
So
and Hardeman
scanner,
counties in Tennessee.
Real quick.
We've got to get these people underground into their safe spots, lowest
Scanner,
floor.
search and rescue has
interior
confirmed
room,
3
as
fatalities
many
in
walls between
Selmer,
you and the outside world as possible.
Tennessee.
I was listening to the scanner earlier. They also noted that there was a apartment that was pretty collapsed.
Yeah.
That was their words exactly.
All right. So Bryce Shelton is in the general vicinity of this tornado. Notice all the leaves on the road here. We've got debris here, likely from the general strong winds that came through with the forward flank. Also, potentially tornado debris carried through the storm. Just interesting to point out there that Bryce is really close to the Salisbury tornado here. We're seeing debris on the road. Let's see. The PDS tornado warning is continuing.
Hey Ryan, it's Bryce. We are just south of Grand Junction on Highway 18 where that most recent circulation just passed through, and we have quite a bit of tree debris where it just came through here on the roadway. Completely blocked.
Okay, yeah, so he's completely blocked off.
Another
We've got an update on his
tornado.
location, so he's trying to get through
Memphis.
into Grand Junction, and he can't.
Another
He's blocked.
tornado
So that's what's going
is
on there
heading
with Bryce
directly
Shelton.
north of Selmer, Tennessee.
So that's
This is an incredibly dangerous.
That's definitely the tornado
Are you
damage that we're seeing there. Now I don't know
Another
if
tornado
that's
is
from
heading
their third?
heading directly north of
this
Selmer
one,
in
right?
40
or
minutes.
the other one.
they
We've
said.
had 2 tornadoes go through here,
An
essentially.
incredibly dangerous situation. They're talking about this one back here, I think.
Could come from either one, to be honest with you. But yeah, Salisbury, Roger Springs,
Oh, yeah, I see
all the
it.
way up towards Middleton. Stay in your safe spots.
They're talking about
unfortunately,
the one back here near Salisbury.
we've got another really unfortunate situation setting up for our friends in Enville and Milledgeville. This looks like our tornado over here. We could probably let's put Bryce in 1 for a minute. Once again, our friends in Enville and Morris Chapel.
Look, we gotta keep an eye on both.
Really
of these.
beefy looking velocity couplet setting up here. Potentially another big tornado coming together here between Finger and Purdy. PDS tornado warning continues for an hour.
Oh.
So we've got to stay in our safe spots in Enville,
What do you mean, hope?
Sardis, Liberty, Saltillo, Cedar Grove, all the way over to Mount Carmel and Decaturville for the next
Hope
hour.
for what?
Here's a photo of the giant tornado as it approached the Selmer area earlier. This was somebody that was watching our stream. This is a screen cap from their phone, and I can't tell what we're looking at here. I know we've got a big tornado. I don't know what this is, but just another
striking the
terrifying
proper
view
tone
of
here.
the kinds of tornadoes that we're seeing tonight.
Let's
just to hopefully make people take this
and
seriously.
We'll keep an eye on both.
Go ahead, Andy.
Hey Ryan, just the latest on the storm that's approaching the southern Memphis metro on a track towards
I wasn't
Forest
trying
Hills,
to be
Brentwood,
loud.
and those areas on the southern southeast side of the metro. I am watching the
No.
TBNA terminal radar
What
here.
scanner
which gives me a minute-by-minute
website are you using? Are
update,
you using an app?
And I don't see a velocity couplet on this. I'm imagining
The
National Weather Service,
scanner,
not,
like,
Nashville here, is going
scanner
through
how?
a tough decision on how to warn the
Oh, I'm sorry. I
storm,
mean like radio
in
scanner.
these very populated areas.
For
No,
I'm
it's just
trend
people
toward a
reporting
severe
it on
thunderstorm
social
warning with
media.
tornado
That's
possible tag right now. I don't
very
think I would issue a
reliable
tornado warning for
resources
this
actually
storm.
listening to
Just
the
looking at
scanner
it from the
reported
terminal
it.
radar.
There's a
seems
tornado on the
somewhat
ground with
lower in
this.
the storm and with frequent updates. So I think we're going to see that first.
Which one's that one?
But I wouldn't
This
be
is
surprised if
our
parts of the Nashville metro do
PDS.
get a tornado warning.
Oh, I see it.
This
This
is
is-
a precautionary measure.
This is a tornado ongoing near
Thank
Finger,
you, Andy.
heading towards
we do
Milledgeville.
have, once again, we're pretty confident also that we have a
Still-
tornado on the ground here between Finger and Enville. So I just want to remind everybody once again, Enville, Leapwood, Mount Zion,
do you think
Milledgeville,
it's
tornado
turning?
on the ground, big time doing damage. Take shelter immediately. Nashville, checking out you guys over here.
Nobody's doing. Nobody's
we're obviously,
doing that.
Andy, we're talking about this. We're watching
besides,
this. But
that's
how's
not
this
even
gonna
a-
impact you. But in the now,
I think you're the only
there is
one
also
that's
another
thinking
just
about
generally
that.
severe thunderstorm going through Goodlettsville, Hendersonville, Shackle Island, up towards Gallatin. This is bringing about quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour winds. So that's a you know, that's a thing of its own. We're going to get a little bit of a
Hey,
break, and then we have to
Josh.
deal with this. These
What?
storms are going to be coming up into the Nashville area. We
East
don't know
of
how they're going to
Memphis again,
behave once
there's
they get there. We
another
don't know how they're going to
supercell
interact with the
behind the
environment.
supercell that I
We'll,
was
we'll
tracking that literally might do the exact same thing by taking in the inflow boundary.
as we go forward. So that's what's going on
Oh,
with all those
boy.
warnings in Tennessee.
Is it?
Oh,
Now
that
we continue to have a couple warnings
day 3's
in
out, by the way.
Ohio. Here's
Oh,
your
is it?
warning in Gallia
Another
County,
enhanced
Ohio.
risk.
That's going to be allowed to
Well,
expire in
well,
about
it's that
10 minutes. The
30%.
rotation is
This
less
is
Same
than,
area?
what it was earlier.
No, it's
there's a little bit more rotation with the storm
Louisiana
down here coming into
well,
Lawrence.
you know what? It
in
is the
Greenup
same
County,
area, just
Kentucky,
more to
and
the
then
south.
coming into Lawrence County, Ohio. So we might see this
These
one
poor
stick
guys can't
around,
catch
but
a
at
break.
least for 12 minutes, we're gonna have this one continue.
I don't think
Take shelter if you're up there.
I've
in
never
Greenup County,
seen
Kentucky, Gallia County, Ohio.
I've never
Lawrence
seen
County,
a severe
Ohio.
weather sequence like
back
this.
down to Kentucky. 12
where
minutes
the
left on this
threat
warning,
literally
east
just
of
parks
Berea. By the
over
way, it's the biggest part of the storm
virtually
is now
the
past
same
Berea.
area.
You had a loud storm come through.
This many days in a
winds
row.
are still probably blowing pretty hard, but
This
give it
is
another 5-10 minutes, and you
devastating.
should be all right in Berea. Now we're concerned about Winston, Sand Gap, Irvine, over towards Willow Shoals. You're under a tornado warning. Take shelter now.
This is some
So that's what's going on up
Minecraft
there.
Stuff, though, like localized weather mod.
So yeah,
How by default it's always locked
we're
to your
just
house.
really all eyes are on this storm,
Right.
and we're waiting on what the National
or
Weather
your
Service is
present
planning on doing here,
location.
as they will likely issue a tornado warning for Nashville, at least for
Updated,
Bellevue here soon.
So Chester,
Maybe,
Decatur,
like Andy said, though,
Hardin,
maybe a
Henderson,
severe
McNary,
thunderstorm
still radar
warning with
indicated
a
PDS.
tornado possible tag. We'll see.
That's gonna be for that's this lead right here. Still,
Once again, tornado likely ongoing
which
down here between Leafwood and
what I
Milledgeville.
believe
Please
still,
take shelter.
what
If
I
you haven't
believe
yet,
still
all the
to
way up there towards Decaturville.
have a tornado on the ground with it. But like, it's impossible to tell right
All right,
now.
if you're just now tuning in, we are approaching our 15th consecutive hour
So
of live
just
streaming
curious, Chloe.
here. We've been going for
That-
once again 15
that
hours.
new
We are
cell
going to
that
continue to
you're
track these
watching,
storms.
Is it
for
over
a while? At
how town
at some
again?
point, though, we are human. We're going to have to take a break.
Say one more time.
And because
Is
we
it
do
over
have to come back.
Lagrange again?
This is not over.
I don't
tonight.
know. I wasn't looking at exactly
this
where
is
it
gonna keep
was, but I
going,
was paying
and,
attention to
we've
it
got an
because it
enhanced risk of
was
severe weather
on that
tomorrow.
outflow boundary that
Okay.
originally
We'll
sparked
be
that
here for that. We've got a
supercell off
tornado
to
threat
the
that's
east,
going to
east of
impact
it that
lots more people in
had that
Arkansas,
radar indicated
back in the
PDS at
southwestern
one
portions
point,
of
I
Tennessee
think.
again.
Was that
And then
how
that's not it. We're
was
also
that
going to
a
be back
ZZ
again
Top
on
reference?
Friday. Enhanced risk
Maybe.
right over Arkansas. Another
buddy.
rare day 3 10%. I'm sorry, that's the day 2 10% hatched. But we've got a day 3 enhanced risk down here in Louisiana and
it's a
Arkansas.
repost,
More severe
don't
weather up into the
post it.
Ohio River Valley.
Yeah, there
Guys,
we go.
I'm not kidding. That's not it.
This is
Saturday, we will
Josh.
likely be back again as more severe weather is on the table, and potentially even
This
Sunday.
is like the coolest event I've seen in a long time because it literally just keeps shooting outflow boundaries, and then the next supercell picks it up and basically uses it as
Unprecedented
vorticity,
back-to-back major
and
severe weather events.
turns
You
into a
don't see stuff like
supercell
this over
itself,
here
and
in
it just
the
keeps
South
doing the
Central US
same
very
thing
often, I'm telling you that.
repeatedly.
Hopefully, we don't see it again for a very long time. Milledgeville, hunker down. Hopefully,
A
you're in
new
your safe
tornado
spot.
warning has
Potential
been
tornado
issued.
coming in within minutes. There you go. We got our tornado warning for Nashville.
A new tornado warning
Nashville
has been
is
issued.
Under a tornado warning here at 2:35 a.m. Central.
Oh,
I gotta
for
warn
the
my
love
friends.
of Pete.
Cheatham, Davidson, and Williamson counties in Tennessee now under a tornado warning. Take shelter. We've got, who
I
knows
just
how
can't
many
tell
people under this warning.
if that's still on the ground, but I have every reason. I have every reason to
About
believe
1
that it's
million
still-
people
Let me try
are under a tornado
Hopkinsville.
warning here with this one warning. Fairview,
Yeah, I
Kingston
don't-
Springs, Brentwood, Franklin, Oak
I don't
know,
know, but it's still
and all
not-
of Nashville now under a
It's
tornado
not
warning.
a good look.
Yep, this we're going to start seeing a lot of comments here in the chat. The sirens are going off in Nashville. The sirens are going off in Nashville. Good morning. You are under a tornado warning here in Nashville. We do have an area of rotation over here in Fernvale. This storm that's coming into Nashville has caused devastation tonight. All right.
So,
Is it going to do so in Nashville? We're hoping not. Right, it's losing a little bit of steam.
Henderson,
Well, let's hope that continues to be the case. But
Oliver,
we're
Tennessee.
wary about it because we know it's history. We know what this storm is capable of.
All right.
Especially as this part right here approaches Brentwood, Forest Hills, and areas south of downtown Nashville specifically, we are very concerned about the very real potential that this is going to drop another tornado. I mean, because it's a supercell and it's discrete. And it's April 3rd. And this is what happens when it's April 3rd and you've got a supercell and it's discrete. You know what I'm saying? So take shelter in Brentwood Point, Franklin, Brentwood, all the way up into
That's not
the
even the...
BNA Nashville International Airport area.
My limit got broke a good little bit ago, but it's like watching a dang train wreck. You cannot
By the
take
way,
your eyes off
don't
it.
want to leave our PDS tornado.
go
That's how I've been
long.
feeling.
Turn on local
We still
news.
believe there's a tornado here between
stay
Milledgeville
safe, Zach.
and Enville. Hopefully everybody in Milledgeville's in their safe spots.
Yeah,
Minutes
nice,
now,
Zach.
if that tornado's down, minutes before it gets into Milledgeville.
That's kind of how I've been feeling. Like, this is one of those ones where I just can't look away.
It's like watching an automobile accident. that
Yeah, that's
you-
like the best
you
way you
know
can describe
you
it.
should look away, but it's like
All right, so once again, we got a lot of people tuning in from
And,
Nashville.
I mean,
Wanted
and
to go
we're
over
not
there, but you
the
can't
situation with you here.
not look.
Nashville's under a tornado warning. In the
And we're not
immediate
just talking
future,
like
we're
a-
mostly concerned about this
like a
part right
rear
here.
end,
Bellevue, Forest Hills,
fender
Brentwood.
bender,
Okay,
right hand turn lane.
all of Nashville's
like,
under
We're
the
talking
tornado
like
warning though.
both cars are totaled.
And here's some places that are in
Yeah.
the path. The Three Creeks Campground,
A new
I'm trying to
tornado warning.
approach this
Backcountry
from the
Campsite
point of
1,
view
Four Corners
that
RV Resort, Nashville RV
I'm trying to
Resort
put
and
myself
Cabins.
with these people too.
The Alex Green School, the Battleground Academy, the Brentwood High School, the Centennial High School, Coldwater School, Croft
what?
School. All these schools are in the path. Just and that's in the path of the rotation there. Also,
Lovely.
Century Rehabilitation Center, Kemp
Dripping with
Orthodontics,
sarcasm, by the way.
Sloan Dental, the Tennessee
case you're not-
Orthopedic
in case
Alliance,
somebody isn't able to
New
get it.
tornado
Orthopedic
warning.
Alliance. All these
Stelmer,
large medical centers are in the
Adamsville,
path.
Bethel
Also,
Springs.
the
Summer again?
AMC Antioch 8
Selmer
is in the path.
yeah.
So we got a lot of venues and stuff. Just trying to
Selmer,
give
it's
you
gonna
an
be for
idea
this
of
one
what's
coming out of
mostly in the
Middleton
path here on the
that-
south side of Nashville. As that
I'm
rotation
gonna turn on
comes
the
through.
scanner, and I'll
Turn
tell
on
you
the
guys if I hear anything.
Still got a
scammer.
hook.
That's not.
Yeah,
a good
yep.
Still got a supercell.
I'll tell you guys if I hear
Still got a
anything.
tornado warning that will last
y'all-
at least
what
for
are
the
y'all-
next
Dude,
19
I was
minutes
taking a
out
drink
here
of
in
my Dr.
Davidson and
Pepper,
Williamson
too.
counties in Tennessee.
That could have been bad.
You didn't spit
That
it
was
out.
a rough word to say.
No, I didn't spew it all over my computer. Thank goodness.
Getting more imagery
I
in
might
from
deafen in here
Selmer.
real quick just so I can hear it a little better, but because the voices are muffled.
Complete
Okay.
destruction of some structures over here in Selmer. Looks like high-end tornado damage, certainly in Selmer.
Yeah. I know I'm late to the party based off of how soon it is till it expires. I just saw this for the first time.
Very bad
We
damage
have
in
a
Selmer, y'all.
tornado
It's not
warning in West
everything you're
Virginia.
hearing is bad.
West Virginia. Okay. Huntington. Oh.
Gas leak in
It's
building.
it's. 'Cause I know. 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 Gallia and Lawrence counties, and that's Ohio, actually, by the way. It hasn't officially crossed into West Virginia yet. At least I don't think it has.
There was one.
Oh, Middleport. Never mind.
Yeah, I was
Sorry, I'm
about to say,
just going through some of this. I
actually,
mean, there's so many pictures
there
and
was
videos
one West Virginia county that was
that we've been getting
warning.
in. It's going to take a while to sift
It's
through all
this
of them. I'll
one
try
right
to come up with a.
here. It's the northern part
If
of
we
that
have time, I
county.
don't know when I'm going to do anything. To be honest with you, over the next week, I don't know when I'm going to be able to do anything other than sleep and do this. It's what it looks like right now. But if I have time, I'll try to put together an event summary review thing in the morning and compile some of the photos that you guys have sent
County, it is that one. Yep.
Of some of this just incredible damage out here. Apparently, we had a lot of people watching from Selma.
There's a traffic jam right in the middle
I've seen
of
lots
Selmer
of
because
first-hand
a vehicle
videos from
fire,
folks
so
in Selmer who are
they're
watching
sending
this
people
stream,
out to, like,
and they've sent us stuff on Twitter.
So continues PDS Chester, Decatur, Hardin, Henderson, McNairy counties, Tennessee.
If you're just now tuning in, we do have sirens going off in Nashville, right?
Severe thunderstorm
Tornado warning
warning
for all of Nashville.
For
rotation down here on this storm is still
Dixon,
there.
Fairview,
All right, so
Centerville,
we can't start breathing
Tennessee.
a sigh of relief just yet. It's still here. It's still capable of
We
producing a
also had
tornado
a
near Natchez Hill
considerable in
Estate,
Texas.
moving up towards Picking Acres, Williamson
we do.
Estates, and Brentwood,
Understand if you
south of the downtown
wanted to
Nashville. But
prioritize
even in
the-
downtown Nashville, we
the
are under
T
a
warnings, but
Well, I have
tornado warning,
family
so we need to
down
be
in
in our
Texas
tornado
too,
safe
so I kind of
spots
want
for the next
to
18 minutes
tennis
at
balls.
least.
Tennis balls. Hailers. They're mega
Hey.
hailers.
yeah,
The whole risk down here is hail. Like it's heavily hail driven down in Texas, so we got a Throckmorton, a not particularly small town, under
that's
the
a
gun
town.
for
That's a name.
Selmer,
Throckmorton.
by the
Yeah,
way,
it's the county
we've been
seat
talking a lot
of,
about Selmer. It should be noted that Selmer is still under a tornado
well,
warning, and
Throckmorton
we know
County.
that we've got, search and rescue going on out there. We've seen all the damage. We've seen, you see all those people
This is
walking
your
around with
small,
flashlights. These people might not be watching now.
in a small
right?
town in no man's
These people
land,
might not be
Texas,
listening.
between
They
287
might not
and
know
I-20.
what's coming. In fact, Selmer, the storms have been so close by all night. The fact that
Because
there's
it's got
lightning
that
and distant
bow echo
thunder
on it.
and even close by thunder probably is just they're numb
It's
to it at this
not,
point. So there are some people in
that's
Selmer
not a
that might not know
Boeing
that another
thing
storm's
for
coming in.
Tornado,
So once
though.
again, if there are a couple people who are listening in Selmer right now, help us spread the word to whoever might be out there. It's probably worth taking a little bit of a break, protecting yourselves, just in case. Like the odds of another tornado coming exactly through the same area are low, right? But here we are. Like we've got the thing coming together here as it approaches Selmer. What we don't
that
want is
Nashville
for
piece,
a bunch of people needing
that looks
rescue,
side lobe to
right?
me,
And
by
then
the
all
way.
the rescuers come, and now those people need rescued. Now we're really in a bad spot, right? So you are under a tornado warning in
I wouldn't
Selmer.
judge you.
Yeah, I would.
I was
abandon,
considering it.
Most of like
I
the
wouldn't
relief
judge
or the
someone for
rescue
doing
missions,
it.
and I would take shelter
kinda
just so
want
we
to
know
see
for
the,
sure that we can get those people in there to actually help people once this
discussions.
is clear.
Maybe just try it for a month.
Porter's
I don't know.
Creek, that's where the rotation is now, and it does look like it's coming together significantly here.
Hey Josh, I'm pretty new to looking
No
at radars.
tornado
Do you
warnings in
think
Ohio,
the
West Virginia, or
Nashville
Kentucky
tornado
right
might is
now,
on
by
the
the way. I
ground
want you guys
still?
to
How would I
know
know?
that I'm not
No.
ignoring
So-
tornado
Okay.
warnings up
So,
here. We are quieting
so,
down a little bit with our storms
I know
up
you look
here.
for rotation.
Actually, I'm
in
surprised
it,
they don't
like
have
the
a severe
red and the
thunderstorm
green
warning for
intertwining.
It's not just
Jackson
it's
County,
not just that,
Wolfe
but
County
you also
here.
look for
That looks like it. Oh, there we go. All right, never mind. There
you
it
look
is.
for a
Big
multitude
time
of
severe
things
thunderstorm warning
at
issued
once.
for
I'm going to try to keep it
Bath,
as simple as I
Estill,
can here.
Elliott,
just
Jackson,
with
No
the
worries, I have
basic
radar
three.
Omega
Lee,
open.
Morgan, Owsley, Powell,
Okay.
Rockcastle.
I'm going to try with the
Broward, and Wolfe
basic
counties.
3. So we've got the reflectivity here, which shows the rate of precipitation.
Strong winds, maybe up to 60
You got the velocity, which shows the Doppler part of Doppler radar. We're looking at the wind. We've got our correlation coefficient, which measures like the difference between, say,
new tornado
a hydrometeor, like a piece of hail or a raindrop,
portions of Ohio,
to something like
here's going to be Wheeling. Do we have anybody watching from Wheeling, West
trees,
right now?
boards, bricks, glass, nails, and things like that. Anything other than
That's where you see the debris ball, correct? Like
anything other than a hydrometeor. Yes, that's, and when you see a drop in the correlation coefficient, so see regularly, if you see a correlation, it's around the value of 1. That's the pink. You see. When you see a this is why it's called a CC drop, because if
there's a tornado
if it detects something,
now
it drops the correlation value towards 0.
Tornado warning. We got to
the closer to 0, the deeper the drop.
Deal that we're dealing with
the
down
more
there in Tennessee. And I hate
debris
saying
that could be in the
all
air.
tornado warnings should be treated equally, and we should respect them, and we should
not
respect
perfect.
Polygon and stuff.
There's other
but
factors to consider.
Let's say you're kind of groggy.
Another
you hear the sirens
another
going
nice
off in the
way
background.
of making
you
doubly
here,
sure,
and you hear me sitting here talking about
is
how a
using
town's
this
been
product
devastated.
here
We've
on the
got
bottom
leveled
left.
buildings.
This is
We've
called
got people
differential
missing,
reflectivity, or
and stuff like
ZDR
that. And then
for
I'm like,
short.
oh yeah, also there's also a tornado
And
warning for
what
Wheeling,
this
West
does
Virginia. I feel like
is
it's
similar to
important
correlation coefficient, but
communicate the difference.
To me, it's like another way of just verifying, because this
could be a bad
has
deal
values
for
both
in
positive
specific
increasing and
not
negative
the same thing
increasing
that we're talking about down there in Tennessee,
for
okay?
the size of
Take
objects
shelter,
in the
get into
atmosphere.
that
Generally,
most
if you see a
interior,
positive value,
hallway,
that is
or lowest
hail.
floor interior room,
And
no
if you
glass.
see a big chunk
stay there for
of
26 minutes, and you should be fine.
If you see a big maxed out value of ZDR on top of a drop in the correlation coefficient, that is hail side lobe contamination.
Okay.
That's hail.
How do I see the
messing with
correlation
radar
coefficient?
beam.
Oh, never mind. I see it. Never mind.
Yeah, just
That's hail messing with
there's
the
some more,
radar beam.
imagery coming in.
Okay,
But if you
thank
see
you.
the negative, if you see
From
negative
Selma and-
values
and every
ZDR,
t-
at least on this
everything that
color,
we look
it
at
may
just continues
vary
to look
on some color tables, but for me,
worse.
it's a gray to black
So
value.
major devastation in Selma,
That
Tennessee.
could, lining up with a well-defined correlation coefficient drop, then you could be looking at you've got a confirmation of a tornado there. But you've also got to consider, I mentioned reflectivity
By the way, if you
before.
want to share things
If you
with
don't
me, news
see
clips, photos, videos, stuff like that,
a
the best way
defined
to do
hook
that is going to be over there on Twitter.
or any precipitation,
Ryan
like
Hall,
say
y'all. You
right
can
where
also
the
try
drop
Facebook.
is, or right where the
my
ZDR
handle
is.
on Facebook is Ryan Hall.
Sometimes
y'all. And you can try email.
that
pics
is
at
indication
ryanhallyall.com.
of something called clear air.
Let's go back
What
to
that
Nashville.
means is sometimes the radar beam slicing through a storm
Storm's moving into
gets
southwest Nashville
a reading
now.
through where the rotation
Let's
is.
load up the
but
y'all
sensing
back there, I
something
know
different
we're
than
probably all ready to go to sleep.
Precipitation,
but let's load up the camera
which
slots
is nothing
here
at
with
all.
Nashville cameras.
It
We've
drops
got,
the correlation coefficient
hundreds
with it.
of traffic cameras around Nashville.
So that's
Okay.
something.
I just want to show the storm as it
There's
comes
a
through.
lot of little tricks to look out for, and there's
just
people in
start
here that
around
can
there.
certainly explain it better than I can.
And work your way around. We're
Yeah, thank you. That was just.
specifically
I just need
interested
like a
in the ones
basic
between
sort of thing.
Brentwood, Oak Hill, and Berry
But those
Hill.
are the basic 4 that I used. Now, well, the basic 4 when trying to actively
and then
confirm a
maybe one
tornado.
right there, smack dab in the
Now,
middle.
once the tornado is confirmed, I switch up this product down
Which you've already
here.
got that one, the Nashville,
to sort of
Nashville
like,
IPS. We can leave that one
this
up.
is called normalized rotation. I don't know any other radar product except GR2 Analyst that has this. But any value over
How
a
much is
just
1,
now
GR?
tuning
I'm
in from
sorry. How
Nashville,
much
you
is
got the tornado
GR2?
sirens going off. We
it's
got
a
a tornado warning,
$250 one-time
for Nashville for the next.
It's a
That will
one-time-
not
at
be
least
on
for
my
the next 8
purchase
minutes.
list
There's
today.
It is a
probably good
one-time
chance they'll
purchase,
continue it.
no subscription
But
necessary.
They probably
You
will
get
do
the
a new
full version.
Polygon
no
more focused on this
problems.
area, which that'll still
That'll go on my
include
Christmas
Nashville,
list.
Berry Hill, Castle.
Nice
Getty
thing about
Estates,
Radar
and
Omega
Oak
and
Hill.
Radar Scope, if you're
But I
subscribed
do
to
think
them,
that
they're
the threat,
cross-platform.
at least the
by
immediate threat
design.
from this
So,
sale has passed you
but
in
this is
Kingston
not.
Springs. But
This
there's
is
another
pretty
one coming.
much a
This is-
Windows
This
exclusive.
is the thing that's
since it's
unfortunate about
GIS
what's
based.
happening out here in
I figured.
Nashville.
I'm just using Radar
there's
Omega. I
several
got it tonight just for
storms
this, honestly.
coming.
I don't usually go in depth on these.
I gotcha.
Dixon, Tennessee, you guys are. Yeah, you're gonna have more storms tonight. It's too early. I can't say how intense they'll be, if we'll have more tornado warnings or not in Dixon. It's going to be a long night of storms, though.
Interesting.
It's getting blasted.
I
by
can't
RFD.
even find that right now.
Well, it'd be getting blasted by RFD right now. There's a cell going right over it.
Ryan, just taking a look at this tornado warning in Mississippi primarily now for the Ashland area over to Walnut. I think this one poses the lowest threat.
It's definitely pointing up right now.
Of our tornado warning storms.
I think that's side lobe.
And the reason for that,
at least right now,
it's identifiable from the Memphis radar that it's behind that boundary that extends.
This Nashville one ain't gonna do anything.
So this
by
has
the way,
a lot
that's
of catching up
dominant.
to do in order to reach that warm, moist air at the surface in order to actually produce a tornado here in Benton County, Mississippi.
Might
watching that one, but I think that is our
indicator
lowest chance to produce a tornado for all the storms, and I think that we should just heed it as a precautionary tornado warning. Good good opportunity to practice getting in your safe spot, etc. If you haven't already done so 4 or 5 times tonight in these areas.
Yeah. Thank you, Andy. Also, anybody on the team who wants to go to sleep, you're good to go. Now, we can't expect everybody to stay up all night. I don't even know who's in the back room now.
So we had a new
but if you want to go, you're good to go. Go ahead, Andy.
Yeah, Ryan. Sorry, I forgot to brief you on the y'all watch that I have for. Well, I should have had one, but I thought I issued one. But it's the one
Ashland
back behind the Nashville warning. You can see the hook
County,
shape on that one. I think it's also maybe struggling with that rear flank gust front in front of it, but it definitely has something. The geometry of the storm is definitely worth watching here as it approaches the Wrigley, Tennessee area. I do have a watch on that. I'm just losing it. So that is going to pass behind this lead tornado warning storm, which I think will make conditions locally worse for its ability to produce a tornado, and thus a little bit lower. But I wouldn't be surprised with a warning that includes Fairview, Tennessee. Once again, that lead cell has already passed you.
I'm
just still in that warning until it's updated here, but there's a chance that you should do one, so y'all watch out.
Andy's been working overtime tonight, man.
All right, thank you, Andy. They just issued a new warning in Tennessee that expands past Nashville now. So this now goes out towards Hendersonville, Gallatin, Lebanon, and Gladeville. Very strong storm coming into, once again, really, it's a small area where the actual rotating part of the storm is, but the warning box is actually really big. But Brentwood, Forest Hills, this is where that rotation is. It's coming up into the B&A Nashville International Airport area. That's going to go up towards Mount Juliet. LaGuardo and Martha. You guys are all in the path here. Additionally, we've got Wrigley, Bon Aqua Junction, Prim Springs. Back here behind that is another area that we're watching.
Hot take, I'm not a GTA person.
Really dangerous storm coming up towards Fairview and Fernvale. Another one coming up towards Mount Juliet and Galena City. Downtown Nashville, I think what we're going to be experiencing up here is going to be a lot, potentially some big hail. And some very strong winds. It's going to be a loud storm.
I think Fortnite and GTA are a little bit different.
I was gonna say,
I'm most concerned about the tornadic circulations between Brentwood, Oak Hill,
I don't
the
recall
Nashville International Airport, Donaldson, Clover Hill, up towards TriStar Summit Medical Center, Hermitage Hills, and Monticello.
But
hey, Josh.
What's up? What's up, Chloe?
So I was gonna say these supercells that are all heading towards Nashville, they're more than likely not gonna produce anything because it does look like the Nashville area doesn't really have a whole lot of tornadic ingredients available for them to use. Most of the ingredients are further southwest.
Yeah.
Selmer tornado. I don't even know how long ago that was now.
Kind of what I.
But
kind of what I was thinking.
This is a view of that.
Or at least I don't
and then
know.
Some of the
I
damage.
can't take credit for that.
Copy link.
But I don't know. The only one that looks like it might is this one.
Thing to show you here
right now.
We believe that this is that house.
Of course, it's
Good.
right.
You see this house,
freaking
and then you see
summer.
how there's nothing right here.
So he's showing
the house right here.
He's showing
Completely
the
gone,
house that
in
got
Selmer.
swept in Selmer
to
right
the
now.
That's the one they were talking about. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I heard them talking about it on the scanner. They were talking about the house that got slabbed.
Go ahead, Andy.
Literally completely swept away. There's
That's so
there's
sad.
nothing left.
Watching these
Someone's life just got
Nashville-bound
absolutely
storms
changed.
from the terminal radar.
I hope nobody was in that
An
house.
area of concern near Brentwood
I
is
do
actually
too.
ramping up here in the lowest levels.
I
believe that
hope
could
nobody
lead
was in
to
that
a tornado in
house.
our tornado warning here. I get minute-by-minute scans from the terminal radar here, so I'm watching that closely, but it would be just west of Brentwood where that's taking shape.
That house to have no
In addition, I
basement.
think that back near Wrigley,
That house
Yeah, I
doesn't
didn't
have
see
any
one.
also
I
looks pretty
looked for it.
pertinent, so I've upped the confidence on maybe receiving a
Josh.
warning there. That would head into the Fairview
be
area
a
once again in
4.
Tennessee behind the storm. So
What's
still
up,
thinking
Chloe?
that there's a chance for
I
tornadoes
was
to
gonna
occur
say
here. Hopefully,
that this boundary
well,
that's been
right around
supporting
Brentwood,
these
Tennessee,
supercells
and maybe a warning
more than
back behind
likely
it
is slowly starting to erode
thereafter. So
as
be
these storms
be
keep
wary
training
of
over
both
the
of those
same
things, and I'll
areas, and
keep you
it's
updated on the Brentwood
dampening the
area of concern.
effect of the
All right, thank you, Andy.
like the thermo
we are
like
concerned about you back here south of Bonacqua Junction, Grove.
thermo
We see a new
gradients that's
tornado warning there
creating
soon.
this
We got a continuing
boundary.
tornado warning
So
in
it's probably going to
Nashville,
move back
and things are coming
southward
together here in
further,
Brentwood.
and we're probably going to
We might
get
have a
resurgence
tornado
of new
actually
supercells
trying to
that
come together
form
here
on a
between
line
Brookview
further
Estates, Oak
southward
Hill,
later.
and Castlegate Estates. Get ready in Clearview and Belinda
I'm
City
assuming
as well.
that's probably what's going to happen. I remember the HRRR was suggesting that as well.
So what? You know what? Let's have a look. Let's
we currently have.
Let's get away from.
Let's see here.
Navcasting
One
for a second.
PDS tornado warning. This PDS tornado warning has 15 minutes left on it.
Did you? I'm sorry,
believe that,
Chloe. Did you
there's
say
still
further
a
south?
tornado here, maybe coming up towards the Montgomery, Bath Springs, Mount Carmel. So
Maybe I
everybody
just
out there
totally
is,
heard you wrong.
in their safe
No,
spots.
no, you heard her right. That's what she said.
We're talking like
But the
Lewisburg by
rest of our
chance.
tornado warnings
Sorry,
at
I
this
have a friend
moment
that's
are
super
radar
anxious about the
indicated,
storms right now, and she told me to watch
including
out
one
for
back
that.
here towards Walnut, Mississippi, including the one in downtown Nashville, and including the one in between there in Hardman and McNeely counties in Tennessee.
Her fires a couple of little spots.
So we're hoping for the best with that PDS warning back there. We're hoping that that dies down a little bit.
That leads into the next event.
But just to reiterate that none of these other
We legit
warnings right
might
now
have
any
24
confirmed
hours straight of
tornadoes being
tornadoes.
down. Does that mean that there won't be? No. How about Moorhead, Kentucky?
Look at Arkansas
Moorhead
just having
is
a
under a severe
freight
thunderstorm
train of
warning,
supercells
and it does have a y'all watch out here in Kentucky. It's south of
throughout
Moorhead.
today.
More towards
This is gonna sound so weird, but poor Queso,
to the south
man.
near Slade.
That's like the first
We've
person
got
I
a
thought
very
of
low
when I thought of
chance
Arkansas.
some QLCS tornado action here.
He's in Memphis, ain't he?
Near Clifty Wilderness.
He's
over
near
towards
Little
Hazel
Rock, I
Green.
believe.
These storms are getting
Really?
close to the weather house, by the way. I'm broadcasting from eastern Kentucky.
I mean,
Yeah, he's in
Looks like
Arkansas.
the line's slowing down
I
again,
knew
though,
it
so
was
it might be a
fellow
while before it
Southerner
gets here.
with the accent, but
With the accent? Oh, yeah.
I know what.
Oh, Dalton, you're still here.
I couldn't have
Yeah,
told you where he was.
he just south of Little Rock.
Every time somebody talks in my ear, it's
Look at that. Go, hold on.
I'm surprised.
Wow.
Look at East Oklahoma. Oh my goodness, that's November.
Getting a little delirious.
I'm not gonna
After
East
experiencing
That's St.
heavy
Louis up
thunderstorms
there?
now for over
Jesus.
15 hours. It's 4 a.m.
We're gonna say it right now. This is
4 a.m.
Nathan.
local.
Okay.
So that means
this is November 4th all
Andy,
over
I don't know
again.
about anybody else, but I've been up for now 20
pretends
hours.
to know what y'all are talking about.
We're definitely getting a little bit tired. We're going to have to take a break here soon.
All right, Ryan's going to be going off here pretty soon.
It won't be long before you see me again, and we're
Look
going
at the
to be
Nashville
back here
cam on Ryan's,
very soon.
There's the day one high risk for excessive rainfall
for a similar area as we have a robust tornado threat.
Those Nashville cams. That's crazy. That's crazy too.
Even I'm getting tired. It's only midnight.
It's only midnight for you? It's 4 o'clock? Okay.
Oh,
Nashville, it's probably pretty loud out there. This is what it looks like in
It's 4
downtown.
o'clock in the morning for me.
Good Lord, this
big time wind.
Nashville cam is getting beaten and battered. Oh, we switched cams. That's
on the more
fine.
northern side of town, we'd see larger hail. The windier stuff is happening on the south side of town. That's also where we've got the bigger tornado threat. But it's not huge, okay? The actual rotating part of the storm is now about to go over the airport.
I think he said it's South 65, South I-65, south of Nashville.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was he said.
Yeah, so this is a live look from Berry Hill right now on the south side of Nashville.
Alrighty.
Have a good sleep.
It's just under a 440 right now. Berry Hill.
Doors away from windows, getting that safe spot. Downtown Nashville, you've got probably a good 15, 20 more minutes of this. And unfortunately, it's not going to be over after that.
How long have you been up for?
I want to do the y'all clear for Nashville, but I can't because this will come.
I've been up since 6 in the morning, so it's going on 22 hours.
I've been up for 15 hours now.
The front is almost completely stalled down here.
I don't know how late I've been up.
Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep. What are you talking? Are you still live? Dear Lord, bro, just.
Oh my gosh.
Now this Nashville cam is getting a beating.
Andy, look at the 6Z HRRR at the Weather House at 7 a.m. We're going to have some pretty decent storms. Maybe.
Why are you streaming Ryan's stream?
And then
he knows.
I'm sorry, not 7 a.m. I'm so sorry. 6 p.m. tomorrow. I'm getting a little bit too tired. But yeah, this is future radar view here. So this is what we can expect for the rest of the night. That line's going to kind of stall out over portions of eastern Kentucky down into central Tennessee. And remember how I said that the line's literally going to go backwards. That's what's happening here. And then we're going to get another round of storms tomorrow. Latest HRRR does show a robust severe storm threat with maybe its own tornado potential up here, literally right on top of the Weather House. So I don't know how that's going to go. That'll be interesting. 7 p.m. tomorrow.
Oh, geez, that's heading.
You
see that little cell heading right for Pikeville?
And that'll turn into a robust tornado threat, maybe again around Memphis.
Right by the Weather House.
And then things
continue
to be wild as we go into
it's heading right for Pike
April
County.
4th. My gosh, look at this, y'all. Absolutely nuts. When does it stop? I don't know, but we've got a carousel.
I just checked the SPC and I won't be out of any of the slight risks until day 5.
4 or 5 days. Fun.
Jeez Louise.
Until day 5?
Yes.
It's ridiculous. That's fuck.
Wait a second.
The PDS tornado warning is over.
Today, tomorrow, and day 3, I'm in a slight risk.
Radar indicated tornado
close
warnings.
to the slight risk.
Don't want to downplay.
Andy's got a y'all watch out
tonight.
for
We're going to continue to have severe weather. And in fact, hello, Texas.
Oh, he's taking a look at Texas.
Now we've got big storms popping up in Texas. We got a considerable severe thunderstorm warning now for Young County, Texas. Huge hail is going to be possible with these tonight. Gosh, man, these are monsters over here west of the DFW region.
Are you in?
Y'all, I honestly, I wish that we could just be here 24/7. I don't want to miss any of these storms. Like we've got a good opportunity here to cover these. And I want to be here for the people of South Falls and Dallas. But if I don't go to sleep now, if Andy doesn't go to sleep now, who knows what we're going to miss tomorrow during the peak event of tomorrow's tornado situation.
I saw that Vegas was
in
like
a little bit, but they are going to continue to get.
It was like the lightest green, right?
Bad. All right, we're going
to
continue to have tornado warnings, severe thunderstorm warnings.
So
my
boyfriend's
we don't
in
want
Vegas
you
right
to
now.
let your guard down.
I was like, oh, be careful, watch out.
In the slightest. Okay. So we're going to call it a night, and make sure you have a way of getting warnings. We're going to take a quick break here.
He's going off for the night.
Again, who knows for how long tomorrow, but
might get up early tomorrow,
subscribe, turn notifications on, and please.
He'll probably be back online within 10
consider
hours.
donating to the Y'all Squad. The y'allsquad.org.
No doubt. I mean,
we're going to be working on
because that's morning stuff. That's morning convection.
I don't even know where we're going to start, but we're going to be making a presence in all these towns. In,
my gosh!
Mississippi.
New tornado warning.
We've raised something like $40,000 today so far, just from a couple of shout outs. I think this last one.
I almost wonder if like Elijah Riley and Andy
$2, however much you can
start up the stream.
I think we could very easily surpass
while waiting for Ryan, sort of like a secondary broadcast meteorologist waiting for the chief to arrive.
Okay? So remember, y'allsquad.org. It's our nonprofit organization.
Or
on the main,
you know what I mean?
Donate to that.
If on the main
channel. Help out some of these places that have been hit so hard by storms today. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you all for watching. Goodbye.
Yeah.
How long did he post it?
No, he was showing the model runs on stream. It was in Eastern Kentucky.